Welcome to another OG 55 After Hours. I got Tones, Poppy, Theme Park Conductor, and Marcus Candy Camper will be joining us very, very soon. I want to make it very clear though, before we get started, this is an adult show. So just let everyone know that this is an adult show. So make sure you get the kiddos out the room. This is a very adult show. We're going to talk theme parks, studio, and whatever else comes to mind. Up next here, we are live. Let's go. Welcome aboard, everybody, to another episode of OG 55 After Dark. I'm joined by Tones, Conductor, and soon Candy Camper. Tones, Poppy, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. It's a little it was crazy because it's been hot all day, but it was raining, like pouring down yesterday. The weather's been bipolar over here, but I'm sitting by my AC. That's why I got my sweatshirt on right now. But everything's good, bro. I've been good. Content's been good. Good to have I haven't done a video with Conductor in forever, and I'm glad that Candid's making us wait. But oh, look who it is. I appreciate you guys for having me. It's gonna be a good show, bro. It's gonna be a good show.
Oh yeah, dude. I always love talking shop with Tones. Where can everybody find you at on oh, there goes Candid again with his mic.
Damn it. I was trying to be cool today too. It was all me. It's all me.
There it goes. I feel like we're doing an ASMR video, you know?
Absolutely.
Dude, don't get me started with those.
Oh, bro, those are weird. That's
Disney
some weird
ASMR. Oh my god.
Woo, that's some weird stuff. We might dive into that a little bit. But
Are we live?
Yeah,
we're live.
Oh,
live. We are live. Tones, where can everybody find you on social media?
Yeah, you guys can find me at Tones_TV on all platforms. We do a lot of TV show and movie reviews, breakdowns, all that good stuff. We're currently covering House of the Dragon. It's been a lot of fun over there. So go to Tones_TV if you guys are interested.
There he is, Tones Poppy. Make sure you support Tones. We love Tones. Candy Camper, welcome back, sir. Another After Dark, man. I think this is episode 3, right?
Number 3, and this is a live version. That's crazy. This means it's not premeditated at all, just like everything else. I don't know if you guys knew this, but OG 55 and myself, every single one that we've done, we sat there for hours and just made sure we went over every single thing that we talked about. That's why they're so good. But today we're going. He's like, no, it's all off the top of the dome, just like always. But today we get to, watch the feed, read some fan questions, which honestly is probably my favorite thing, man. I love when you guys put comments in there. So make sure you ask us all the questions you want. It is free game as long as we're being respectful. Throw some comments down there so we can read them out for you guys. We'll put them up on screen. But OG, thanks for having me on. Boys, Tones, Conductor, thanks for joining us today. I know it's kind of one of those where we're like, hey, join. These lives with everybody on them like this just make them that much better and that much sweeter, and we're going to dive into it tonight. So thanks for having me, Candy Camper, over here on YouTube, over on OG55, over on Instagram, and on TikTok. Check me out. Check out everybody here. Everything's going to be down in the description below. Appreciate y'all. Let's get it.
There he is. Let's get it. Conductor. Now, Conductor, you're on the channel all the time, but this is your first time on an After Dark episode.
He's scared. Look at him. He's scared already.
Oh, no. I already have the mindset you're going to go ape nuts. So I'm already
Speaking of ape nuts, now play.
Oh, God.
I got nothing. I got nothing on ape nuts.
You do.
I love it.
Is that a compliment? I'll take it. I'll take a compliment.
Sure, why not? But
it is kind of Disney adjacent because you will see ape nuts on the safari tour at Animal Kingdom.
So true. Gorilla Falls or whatever it's called. A lot of ape nuts.
Yeah. especially if you jump out of the Jeep and go pee in the bushes.
Yeah.
Oh,
some Candy would do for sure.
No, I wouldn't. I actually wouldn't. Bro. I'm shy, so I wouldn't.
You're shy.
God.
Tones, that actually happened, dude. Some dude actually did that.
Oh, he saw my reaction over on the talk, dude. I went off on that guy.
It was all
dude,
over.
Don't do that, man. Dude, I swear, if that was okay, number one, if I had my kids on there, man, that would piss me off. Because that's just, you don't come back from that, and that's scarring. Number two, he had his kids on there. what kind of role model or what are you doing like setting up your kids like that, man? And now he's a blip on a screen forever. He's probably banned from Disney parks. And you just ruin that magic for your kids by being an ass. Like hold your pants or like I told him, piss your pants like a man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You pee your pants like a man, you get off and say you went on a water ride. That's what you got to do. Go
What
get
you gotta
yourself
do.
some, go get yourself some Indiana Jones underwear from the gift shop. Call it a day.
Boom, bada boom. Conductor, where can everybody find you on social media?
Before Kenny goes on another rant, tell us where you're
Stone Cold.
Yeah, absolutely. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Blue Sky.
Wait. He said Stone Cold.
Oh wait, hold on.
I thought I was wearing a shirt. I thought I was wearing my wrestler shirt, but he's talking about Conductor.
I am Stone Cold.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out. Stone Cold Conductor. My bad.
Love it.
You can find me on YouTube, Instagram at Blue Sky at Theme Park Conductor, on X at Theme Conductor, TikTok at Theme Park Conductor 1, and every Sunday at 5 or 7 p.m. for Conductor Sunday live stream, where all three of these gentlemen have been on the live stream and hopefully will continue to have them on that live stream every Sunday, because these guys, well, you're going to see a different version of them tonight, but usually they're well-mannered, but
Usually
off limits.
Yeah, no, it's after dark. It's after dark tonight, so anything goes. I do want to thank Mr. Kiki and Luca for gifting one OG 55 membership. Thank you so much. Actually, I wasn't gonna play it tonight, but like we are approaching the 10 10-year anniversary of OG 55. 10 years of OG 55.
Yeah.
And so
dude.
yeah, it's crazy, but
you
since
look
it's
the absolute same, brother.
Right, he went
I
backward.
love it.
Yeah, you
I
look
love
the
that.
same.
Fucking vampire, dude. He's been
It's all-
drinking. He's been
all
drinking
the-
pirate water.
Yeah,
It's
can
all
you tell us what's really in that cup that you drink every live, bro? Or every
You know what I'm
video?
saying? It's all that kimchi, bro. It's
Yeah.
good for the gut the gut biome, you know. But here we go. I'm only gonna play this on an after dark because there's a little bit of language in it, but I think it's a pretty sick little clip.
My bloodline's crazy. Kings and queens and Michael Jordan rings. I go stupido, sucio. The flow's filthy. Y'all can't kill me. I've been inoculated from the snakes in the face and your corny handshakes. Cocksucker, we made it.
There we go, guys. We made it to 10 years of
Let's
OG
go.
55. Let's go.
Congratulations, dude. Proud of you.
Congratulations, brother.
Well, well, you guys have been on the journey, and it's been a blast with everybody. It's been a really good time. But let's dive into the topics, dude. Candid, you have a laundry list of stuff that you want to talk about.
All right. Well, on that laundry list, man, what do you think we start with? I know we got some stuff. What would you like to start with today?
Well, let's talk about Villains
hosting.
Land. I mean, that's on the thumbnail.
That was like the finale. Okay, let's start off in the beginning. Let's get
Should we?
going.
I mean, what do you think? You think we should have a little?
Oh, I love it.
Kind of work our way in.
No. You just got to go in, dude. You're gonna last 5 minutes anyways. My whole thing is at the end of the day, you get in, you get out. It's still a win for you, right?
That's true. That is very true. All right, go ahead.
As long as you're respectful.
I was gonna say something so wild, bro.
Yeah, don't do it.
I know.
Anyways, no, Villains Land I think that's where it's at. So my hot take, which I talked about last time with OG and Conductor actually, is that I'm gonna start with this and you guys can kind of follow along. The rivers of America. We brought up the other day, Conductor said, hey, it's shaped like a figure eight. And I'm like, what the fuck? I looked at this map 10,000 times since I was a kid and never realized it's a figure eight. You cut half of it off, leave the front side so you can still get the boats for Fantasmic around, or Fantasia, whatever it is, Fantasmic. And then behind it would be your new land. So if I was to do a Villains Land clone, because I really think we will get a clone of Villains Land or some kind of iteration of it, I think that's a perfect backdrop, because what they can do is they can have the castle and they can still have the villain's castle in the background. So you can pretty much see that stack behind in a kind of, they need to make it a little bit bigger, obviously, so you can kind of see over some of those, some of that stuff over in, what is it? Like where the Pirates is. So I think that's what they would do in a perfect world. But realistically, I think they'll end up putting it in Disneyland Forward, because it just makes sense to have it somewhere else, not so condensed. But that's what I want. I want to see it back there. I think it'd be awesome. I do think Rivers America needs to go, or at least part of it. We still need the front part. So that's two hot takes in one for you guys.
That's killing two birds with one stone. Well, let me ask you this, Candid. Let me ask you this. Because one of my concerns with Villains Land, even the one in Florida, is that it's being put in the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Right. And so the thing with Disney is sometimes Disney is ballsy. I will give them credit. Sometimes they are ballsy, but sometimes they also kind of wimp out. Do you feel like, I know technically Villains Land fits really good in like a castle park because it's a fairy tale based land, but do you feel that like it might be better off in DCA because you can get a little edgier, you can get a little crazier with the scare factor, and you don't have to, you're not as handcuffed to like being as family friendly? What do you think?
So 2 reasons I say no. First off, that park has no, like if you walked in there and you took off most of the theming, you couldn't even tell it's a Disney park. Like it does not scream Disney, but don't get me wrong, it doesn't scream Universal or any other Six Flags. It has its own uniqueness, but it doesn't feel like a castle park at all. Same thing if you go over to Florida. You go to a few of the other parks, they're not castle parks. Like Epcot doesn't feel like a castle park, but it still feels like you're in some kind of a Disney world.
Right.
So I don't think it would fit there at all. I don't think half the place fits for DCA in general. So it is kind of a hodgepodge of things. But to put that there and to make it a staple of the park, I don't think. Tony's only been there twice. I don't know why he's giving that fucking face.
No, you've never used that word in your life.
Sorry that my vocabulary is big just because I've been
No,
using AI
no.
lately.
He's never used that word in his life. He's just throwing words out there now. Don't.
Oh, he's never said hodgepodge?
Never in his life.
Wow.
He's testing
I try to
words
dumb
out.
it down. I try to dumb it down when I talk to you because I don't want to make you feel inferior.
Every
Sorry.
video.
Oh, sorry,
I
he's
want
another
you
big
guys-
word on you. My
I
bad.
want you guys to go to every video. He's going to throw in a word he learned that day, and this was it.
Anyways, I don't think they could do it there. I understand what you're saying, but being edgier, I think that Disney needs to stop listening to whoever the hell's in the background, and they need to be able to make this edgier. And the fact that we're getting this other roller coaster that no one wants or needs right now, that kind of tells what kind of ear they're using. And you can make something dark, but not go all the way over and tiptoe very easily. I feel like if you want to go like Star Wars, for instance, I feel like Star Wars has some like darkness to it, especially because you're going against rebels, you're going against the I can't remember what the other people are, but you're in there in this land, and everything that you're doing there, it has nothing to do with being happy or free. Like if you really realistically look at it, you're on a planet where at any moment something can happen to you. So that's the start of being in a dark area. But this is something that it's already been tested over in Universal. Universal hasn't had any issues from what I've heard. I haven't heard that's overly scary or people aren't going into it. Kids are still walking around in all the videos I see. And those are actual monsters, not villains. So why do we have to pull back, and why do we have to go with the lever ride? Like what mindset are they putting themselves into when this is what we originally had as your concept art? How do you go that far backwards?
Well, a couple things, and then I'm going to take it to Conductor and then Tones. A couple of things. When you said hodgepodge, I think you out-whited me because a couple days ago I said
I could not do that. There's no way I could ever out-white you, dude.
Bro, I think you might have. Because a couple days ago I said flabbergasted, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Shit.
Yeah, I know.
That's on the same level.
It kind of is, but hodgepodge. I don't
No,
know.
flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted is far less than Candid's. For sure.
That's funny.
I love it. But
I was never told I out-whited somebody for that. I don't know if to feel good or bad about it.
You know what I'm saying? It is pretty crazy. But Conductor, what do you think about this? Right? Like, what do you think about this idea of a Villains Land coming to the West Coast?
Okay, so Candid is absolutely right. I brought it to his attention about the Rivers of America at Disneyland, because when you look at it from Google Maps, it does look like a figure eight. I think there is enough room where you can carve the back half, fill it in, and put in a land on the backside and still have Fantasmic with the boats going around and the whole show. It just won't be the full length. The other thing is a hot take. I think we're going to get the Frozen, I think we are going to get villains, but where the locations are going to go are actually going to be different. OG, you and I have talked about it. I honestly think Arendelle is going to go in the Spaghetti Bowl area, where the track of the Old People Mover, the Autopia, the Lagoon, to kind of complement Matterhorn bobsleds. So that'll be a perfect area for that. And quite frankly, I think Villains Land might go into the Lilo and Stitch parking lot. That's my hot take.
Okay.
I think that realistically that would end up being the way it would go, because just the way it would fit, like realistically, if you were to take, okay, how do I put this? I think Villains would be too big to compete inside of Disneyland.
Yeah.
And I think what I mean by that is that Star Wars was supposed to be that too big to compete thing, and it ended up falling flat in a sense. Where Villains, I don't think it would fall as flat as Galaxy's Edge did. So I think that would actually pull too many people in for that area. I think it needs to be outside of Disney, or adjacent to it, so that way people can walk through the rest of Disneyland and not feel like they have to be condensed into one area. Where Arendelle fits very well. It's probably gonna be a little bit smaller, but it's gonna make more sense it'll be more cohesive to have that there, versus a Villains Land. So I agree with you 100%.
My only concern is, like, when you bring up, Villains Land at Magic Kingdom, for example, and if we get it eventually at the Disneyland Resort, when you look at Dark Universe, like you said, you're dealing with actual monsters. The aesthetics kind of like that gothic theme that originally Imagineering was looking to do with Villains Land, and still might do, we don't know. But the fact that they're even thinking about dimming it down, that's kind of like a downgrade for a land that all of us Disney fans have been wanting for decades.
So who's it for, though? That's the real question, Conductor. Who are they building this land for?
Families.
Is it for us or for the families? And that's the weird part. Like, you have to look at it, but at the same time, like, my kids would want to ride what they showed. You know what I mean? And we need to make sure that these kids can walk into places like this and feel comfortable. I get that, but at the same time, you have to push people sometimes a little bit out of their comfort zone. That's why Disney makes certain rides. That's why Space Mountain is a perfect, in the dark roller coaster for everybody's first time. I love that, because you're not seeing what's happening. So you kind of, like, for people that are scared, you kind of just can get on it and be like, wow, I just got on a roller coaster. And then you can step up to the next one and go over to DCA, and hit your first loop, your first time getting in a loop. So there's always those things. So I think a stepping stone to get into something with Villains, this is a perfect way to do it with Disney Villains. But if you make it too fluffy, you're not going to push those people to those boundaries. And I don't know, I'm not saying that everyone needs to be pushed a little bit, but at the same time, we can't have this generation of people just being scared of everything either.
No, I agree with you. And here's the thing, Candid, where it's like, I think a lot of entertainment companies, and Disney right now is very guilty of this, along with other companies. It's not just Disney, but like back in the day, companies like Disney used to do content that, look, for example, Lion King. I mean, that scene when Simba's dad, Mufasa, dies is like, dude, that is heart-wrenching. As a grown-ass man, that destroys me, right? Bambi, Walt Disney had no problem killing Bambi's mother in front of all those kids in that theater. I mean, that was a very dark movie. Hunchback of Notre Dame in the 90s, a very dark movie. I think it's okay to like be a little bit like darker, right? And I don't want, look, we have a whole park. Magic Kingdom is a whole park with a ton of stuff for kiddos to do, which, this one, the kiddos can still do it, but I think it's okay considering the rest of the park, 90% of it is really geared for the kids. I think this is okay to have a little bit more of an edge, maybe a PG-13-ish kind of vibe. I see nothing wrong with that, and I think you kind of have to have a little bit of an edge here. They're villains. I mean, come on, and even Fantasmic. I mean, there's that whole like last, 10 minutes of the show with the villains. That's pretty crazy, dark and scary, and kiddos do just fine with it. I think these big companies I think they don't give kids enough credit as to what they can handle. They feel like everything has to be like the Minions and like cornball stuff. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. I think kiddos can handle it. You ask any kid, who's your favorite character in Star Wars, and they all say Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And dude, Darth Vader is like a straight up murderer. Okay. And they all love Vader. Okay. They all love Vader. But Tones Poppy, what do you think? I pulled up the artwork. This is what Florida's getting. Should we bring this to California? West Coast.
This is what Florida's getting. Quotations.
I mean, I don't see how this could be a park. I guess like
Well, it's a land. It'll be a land.
okay. I don't see how this could be a land either. I mean, I don't see. Okay, from what you guys are talking about, I'm in agreement of like make it dark, make it to where you feel like you're in a land where there's villains surrounding you. You know, you feel like you want to be you want to see, or you're interested in to see what villains would hang out, or what villains land would look like, but also don't make it to where it's like impossible to bring your child into these, where it's almost like a scary, or not as scary, but like a haunted house, where some children get, they fear of going into a haunted house, like that PG-13 kind of, medium of where it's you're not afraid to go in there as a kid, and you're not too scared, you're bold enough to go in there. You know what I'm saying? You're like walking that edge to go in there.
But let me ask you this though, Tones, because 2 of the rides that are going in there, you're getting, Maleficent in this like dark ride.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, you're having, Gronk's, or what's the name? Emperor's New Groove. So how do you?
Well, real quick, I just want to say, Drew the Disney dude actually debunked that Emperor's New Groove.
Really?
Yes, he was on the channel about a month ago and said that was not correct. But I just want to let you know. So but continue.
Oh, well, I mean, fuck me then. I guess it doesn't matter. We're going dark on this. So what are we getting then?
Well, see that dark ride, that Maleficent ride.
Bro. Say it 10 times fast.
That ride, the one that you said earlier. No, but it's almost like a haunted mansion kind of dark ride, right? That we're anticipating for it to be or look like, or it's that dark and you walk in, or I'm not sure how the ride is going to be, but that ride is one of the most loved rides at Disney, is the haunted mansion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, all my kids ride that. My 2-year-old rides it and gets off, and they're fine.
So I feel like that would be perfect. Yeah, I feel like that would be a perfect dark ride. I mean, obviously, it'd probably be a different version where you're not sitting down and it's kind of telling you a story, but you never know, it could be. But I wouldn't mind. I'm sure kids wouldn't mind going into a ride like that where it's dark and you have that haunted mansion vibe, just not haunted mansion.
Yeah, no, that's actually really a great comparison, Tones, where it's like, and Marcus, Candid, you mentioned that like your kiddos love mansion, right? And it's like, that ride is darker. It is spooky. It is scary. And I think that, most kids are okay with that, so Disney has to come through with the spook factor in this thing. Those rumors from the Wrap, like a few months ago, like I was really disappointed when I heard that, because I was like, dude, you're really going to make this, when they were saying that they wanted to make this land like really like family friendly and stuff. I'm like, because family friendly is code word for like, just like for kiddos, like, that's it. So it's like, that's why I push back on it, because family friendly isn't like haunted mansion, right? Like, I mean, it is family friendly, but when these corporations say family friendly, they really mean for kids, and mostly just kids, And
I could see if it's, hold on 1 second, Kenny. I could see if it's like one of those haunted mansions where you go, to your neighbor and they set up their own haunted their own haunted mansion where like people are popping out, like scaring you. Like I could see that not being a good ride. Like I could see how that can mess up kids for life, But if you have it to where it's like you see animatronics popping out and it's like it's not too close, that could be a fun ride for kids.
Absolutely.
You know what it was for me though? It was the fact that we were going with like, this is one of those where I get shit from it, and then I look back at him like, the fuck you guys, because I'm right. But Yzma's a D tier villain. Like there it is. You can clip the shit out of it. She is a D tier villain.
Who?
Why? Yzma.
Exactly. No, Yzma. She's from Emperor's New Groove.
So she does not sit in. She does not sit in that Maleficent tower. Maleficent is your S tier out of everybody. You got the queen up there. There's just one of these days we got to do a ranking show with some of these villains at some point. That'll be fun. But I agree. Like Hades, dude. Okay, Hades plays such that's the balance right there, OG. That is your balance of dark humor and just having fun, but at the same time he can go dark when he turns dark. I think that's the line they can cross, or they can teeter-totter on her. on for
Yeah,
sure.
no, I completely agree. Now, Den Peterson's asking, been meaning to see if OG heard any more rumblings. I have a feeling Avatar is moving to Simba and Zootopia in DCA. I know people swear it's not happening, but something tells me otherwise. Everything I've heard, Den, and again, anything is possible. I mean, it's Disney. They can change their they can change their mind last minute. I've heard from multiple different people like that I trust. Avatar is happening and it's going in the Hollywood land or Hollywood backlot. That's where it's going. Hey Bricky, I don't know if you watch Hey Bricky. He did a video about a month and a half ago. He has 3 different sources, I think he said, in Imagineering. They all said the same thing. Like they're even working on like the CGI for the attraction. Like this thing Avatar is happening. And it's going to go in the Hollywood land spot. And for whatever reason, that's the spot they picked. But like, I haven't heard anything to like counter that. It's all in line with what I've been hearing. That's the spot they chose, and that's the spot that's going into. Here's the thing with Zootopia, and I get a lot of fans want that, and that's totally fine. But the issue with Zootopia is it was never really a real thing. It was Jim Shull and he did like an armchair Imagineering thing on Twitter and on a video on YouTube. And because he's a former Imagineer, everyone like latched onto that. But there was never any indication from Disney that Zootopia was ever on the table for like right now, at least, you know? So Zootopia is not going to happen right now. Now, Zootopia might happen eventually, but like where probably Symbol Lot. I think where people want Avatar to go is probably where Zootopia will go. But that was all Jim Shull. He created that whole rumor because we used to work for Disney, and all these media outlets took it and ran with it as if it was true because he used to work for Disney. But he even said himself on Twitter that he was just brainstorming and blue skying it.
And people ran with it.
Yeah.
They ran with it.
That's what I love about this in general. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. No. People ran with it, and OG is absolutely right. The one thing I will say, and me and OG kind of have a consensus with this, is being that this D23, we both kind of feel like it's going to be an update, parks panel on current projects that were already talked about from 2024. If it is not talked about with Avatar at all, not even, a quick little conversation, that is going to throw a concern. I think we can both agree with that. Even that more likely is going to go in the Hollywood backlot. But if this is going to be a panel on updating on projects, there's no reason why Avatar cannot be talked about. So I get both sides of the coin at this point.
Well, and I agree with you on that, Conductor. If we get to D23 in a few weeks, right? And they get on that stage and they give us updates on Coco, they give us updates on Avengers, they give us updates on all the stuff that Florida's getting, and they don't really mention Pandora, then yes, I agree with everybody. Like, okay, there are some serious problems with Pandora, but all indications point to Pandora happening. I mean, Conductor, even you and I, we follow a gentleman. You actually had him on your show, Theme Park IQ.
Yes.
He pulled up a permit. I mean, a permit filing.
Yep.
For that backlot area where Pandora is going for like theme park stuff that like recently filed, like just like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's happening. I mean, that's where it's going, I would be really, really surprised if they switch it up at D23. The other thing too is a lot of people get stuck on this idea that like, well, Avatar, the last movie, only made 1.4 billion. The other 2 movies made 2 billion. If we're going to be so mentally married to how much these movies make, and if that justifies them having a theme park existence, then Florida should not be getting an Indiana Jones ride in Animal Kingdom, because that last Indiana Jones movie was dog. Yes, it was dog. It was dog. It was dog shit in the box office. Absolutely.
And Shia LaBeouf should have been Indy.
Well, yeah, and then also Tron. Like, why would Florida get a Tron ride like that? Those movies never do well. So to say like, well, Pandora, like they're rethinking it because it only made 1.4 billion. I'm like, okay, so Indiana Jones, like Tron, like really? Like, I don't know. So like for me, I feel like it's happening. I know a lot of fans don't like that. And believe me, I feel you when it comes to the franchise. I'm not a big Avatar guy either, but the theme park stuff is absolutely amazing. It's like Waterworld at Universal. That shit is awesome. The movie,
I agree with you.
I couldn't care less about it. Go ahead, Cannon.
Yeah, and that's it. Three things. The first one is that I'm not opposed to Avatar at all. I'm opposed to having it like in the location it's going. I said this 1,000 times, and I'm gonna keep saying it. I wanted that section of Hollywoodland to be used as Avengers, as an expansion for Avengers. I think we need more Avengers. This new Doom trailer that we just did, go check it out over on all of our channels. That movie is going to do major money, and it's going to revitalize that whole Avengers side of Disney. And I don't think they're ready for it, honestly. Like I think they're just need to step it up and get into gear. But that's what I wanted for that area. I wanted a new roller coaster. I wanted something big. That's the first thing. But then going down the other rabbit hole of Monsters Inc., which I'm very surprised Disney didn't do the cookie cutter Be Fair to Florida thing, which they did, and just give us the same thing, because that would have been too easy for them to pick up the one they're doing in Florida and putting it right in that location, which would have matched. It would have been easy to do. It would have been cheap. I think they could have done it. And I don't know. I just feel like that's where they're going to go. I feel like we are going to get Avatar. It is going to go where it's going to go. If we do get Zootopia, it'll be down the line. But the thing is, I think we'll do get a Zootopia 3, and we'll see how that does first. And if that doesn't do well, then that whole thing's franchise is going to be scrapped. Because Zootopia is not a long-term investment for me personally. I don't think it is. I think it needs to continue to do well in the box office for it to stay. That's why I'm actually happy that we didn't get in our parks, that overseas got it first. The thing is, the one that's overseas is going to continue to do well because of the way it was built and the money that they put into it. So if we get a half-assed version of it, it's not going to do well compared to what they have overseas.
Go ahead.
I just have a quick question for you, gentlemen, because we know how big the Avengers movies have been. And last time I was at Disneyland, I was kind of underwhelmed of all the Marvel, or the lack of Marvel anything we really get besides the HQ, the headquarters. Like I'm just really what?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. There's something in there. Pull up Rachel's real quick. Keep going, Tony. Sorry, because that's a hot take, and I love it. This is my favorite person that commented.
But I'm curious to hear what your guys' opinions are, because there's no rides besides the Spider-Man ride at Disneyland. Like, why haven't they utilized probably the biggest IP in the movies for them? Because like I know they were supposed to do something, and I think they're working on something now, but why is it taking so long for them to put out some kind of ride? Or like, I mean, you just go there, you see the HQ or whatever, and then you see Spider-Man, and then you just see the characters walking around, but that's it. Like, it's just very underwhelming.
It's weak. You're right, Tones. And Mission Breakout, that drop ride, is part of Avengers Land or Avengers Campus.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, but it feels separate though. It does. It doesn't feel like it's connected. So yeah, they are working on that. We're getting an Avengers ride, like a big e-ticket ride, and then we're getting like this Kuka arm thing. They're working on that, but you're right. It took way too long. And that Spider-Man ride is
dog shit.
Yeah.
Dog shit. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Now, real quick before I go to Extina Fighter, you wanted to read Rachel's comment because you hate Small World, right, Cannon?
Oh, yeah. Can we just get rid of It's a Small World for the love of humanity? Yes. Yes, I agree. You know how much fucking land they have right there? If you were just to get rid of that giant square box that looks like shit on the inside, that next time, all of you guys, next time you ride that ride, just look up. Please just look up. Fucking roof's falling in. It's all watered out and logged. It's just gross. And it's grandfathered into whatever they can do. It sort of has fucking asbestos in the whole place because it's grandfathered
I just want to say that.
Yeah, get rid of it. So how does that ride get longer lines than Pirates of the Caribbean, and it has more boats, bigger boats, and it's just all the way in the back of the park? It makes zero sense. It's a double loading dock too. It doesn't work out for me. I think it's a waste of space now. Yeah, it's Walt's original thing. Who cares? We can get rid of it now. It's not Pirates.
That's true.
I know. I'm making it. You clip that whole fucking thing. I'm clipping.
Oh, dude.
No, I just think if we're hurting for land, that's the thing. When it comes down to having 5% more land left, and that's on the chopping block on that list of things, I'm okay getting rid of it. Do we need it for now? Yes, it does eat up enough people for now until they can actually really figure something out for that area. But if they were to come in tomorrow, let me ask all three of you guys, if they were to come in tomorrow and say, hey, you know what, we're going to get Arendelle, but we're not going to get just the regular Arendelle that every other person Disney park has. We're going to give you a full-on, full-scale Arendelle with a giant castle that matches your castle. Would you let them get rid of that?
Yes.
No. Well, you okay? I love Small World. I'm a vibes guy though. I'm a vibes guy. So.
You're having the wrong vibes, dude. Little puppet animatronics is your vibe that sings the same song over and over again.
I like it, and I like the fact like it's like someone mentioned in the chat, Sherman Brothers. Ben said it. Sherman Brothers.
That's true.
I just love the
who in the hell
aesthetic.
knows the Sherman Brothers besides OG and half the people that watch this show?
That's true. That's true. Wait.
Oh my God, that hurts.
Here we go.
It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hope.
I love Tone's reaction.
Dude, that fucking hurt, dude.
He said catch your vibes and get sick from mold. Yeah, and I get it. And don't get me wrong, that like watching the story of how they came up with it, it's fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
But come on, we're so it has nothing to do with okay. But let me go back. Let me digress. If we were to cut that right in half and give you a mini version, so you take some. Well, then everyone's gonna be like, well, we're not inclusive because you didn't have fucking Malaysia or whatever the fuck in there. Because that's how life goes in California. So you guess you can't cut the right in half because everyone's gonna cry about it. But if you were to get a smaller version of Small World and then use the rest of the land,
Cannon needs to come out of his shell a little bit. He's kind of shy.
Yeah, I wish you would speak your mind a little bit more, dude.
My bad. I'm just come on. Realistically, you can't do anything without someone fucking crying or complaining. You can't even build a Fast and Furious roller coaster without someone crying about it. And then on top of that, you put the glass pieces around the part where people scream that reflects the sound back into the park, and people are still going to complain about it. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter. People want what they want. People can't have what they want.
Yeah,
That works.
Well, the Toluca Lake stuff really. I know it's not like a popular opinion to like not side with the residents, but like, come on. I think Toluca Lake, you're being ridiculous. Like Universal has bent over backwards to accommodate them. I mean, they were
there first.
By the way, did you guys see the video of the cast member who jumped in the water today at Disneyland?
I did. I saw that.
I did.
Yeah.
You're gone. He won't be. Don't call him a cast member anymore. He fucking lost his job quick.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's
What if Homeboy got electrocuted or something in there?
Oh God.
That would have fucking sucked. And then we would have had to drain the water. Then we wouldn't fucking ruin it for everybody else. Now I can't go swimming.
Why is that water so freaking dirty? That is disgusting.
To hide all the stuff at the bottom.
There's a reason for that actually. They make it. It's actually like a dye they put in there, so it looks deeper.
Yeah.
Either way, it looks like use like a green color like you would in Michigan. You know, they'll make Lake Michigan and it's St. Patrick's Day. They put a green water in there.
I think that's just the way Lake Michigan looks, bro.
No.
don't drink the water, dude.
No, they put dye in it every year, bro. For
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they tell you. I think it's Michigan they're talking about.
Now, Xtina's Fighter says, I'd prefer Monsters Inc. Land over Zootopia. Here's my problem. See, but here's my problem with that, though. Doesn't DCA have enough Pixar? Or no?
No, not Monsters. Okay, they're taking out the best franchise from Pixar out. Come on, dude. Monsters Inc. is so good.
It's one of the best. I have
it's
to
so
agree
good. I love Monsters Inc., dude.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
So Tones, you're more of a park normie. That area, would you prefer it to be Pandora or Monsters?
At DCA?
Yeah, DCA.
Oh. See, okay, I'll put it this way. I would probably like Monsters Inc. better just because I like the movie better, but at the same time, Zootopia would actually be pretty dope. But I've never seen or been to Zootopia or the you said Zootopia, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Monsters Inc. or Avatar.
Or Avatar, okay. Yeah, the Avatar the Avatar land would probably be pretty dope to look at. Like there's one in Florida, right? If I'm not mistaken.
There is. I'll bring up like some as you're going, I'll bring up the concept art for what we're supposed to get.
I remember seeing I remember we did a video like last year when they announced it. that they were putting one at in LA at Disneyland. I remember you guys talking about it. It was like a cool concept, but like Monsters Inc. It would be pretty dope as a ride or as a land, just because I love. It's one of my favorite franchises ever. It's still like mind boggles me that there was not a sequel to this movie other than the damn what was it, the university movie that they put out,
Dude, and that was good.
yeah. And it just, anyway, that's a different video we could do, but I think Monsters Inc. is probably one of my favorites, and it would be pretty dope to kind of see that. But Avatar would be dope as well, just because of how beautiful the movies look. May not be the best movies, but visually would be insane, you know.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. This is another hot take. OG knows this. Canon knows this. You're going to build Avatar in the Hollywood backlight. At this point, I'll give in. I'll give consensus to build it, but my only stipulation is you get rid of the Hyperion to build the second e-ticket attraction. That's what I want.
I like it. I'm okay with
That
that.
looks dope. See, that looks
I'm okay with that.
I mean, this
That's a
boat
screen,
ride,
though.
but candid, we saw that shit. This is based on
I
that,
know. You're right.
right?
That's
That
fucking.
dude, that Shanghai. It's based on the Shanghai Pirates technology. Tones.
So
I
This
think I
one.
remember watching that. I think we were live when you guys played that video.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So OG, let me tell you this though.
Sure.
The thing that's gonna make this thing go back to it. Sorry, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, no, I got you. I got you.
What's
I didn't
gonna
wanna
make
block the
that
face.
work? And if they're using the same technology, those rocks in the background need to be real rocks. That's where shit starts getting weird. Make those real rocks, then have that whatever animal thing that is. That would be the one that's flying over with the 3D or whatever the fuck they're doing. You need to do that. That's why I think the Pirates did so well, because they put fucking 2 giant ships in it, real fucking ships with cannons on it. They're like, hey bro, we're gonna make pirate ships. And we're gonna put, and then not only that, fuck you, blow a hole in the side of it, and then have you go through the fucking ship. Like, like that's fantastic. So am I gonna get full on rocks? Am I gonna be able to go inside this fucking thing, or like I don't know. Like I want to go inside this fucking animal. I want to be inside.
So I just want to clarify something. You build this attraction, you have to build the rocks close enough where Canon can touch it and make sure it's real. Because if it's not real,
I'll just get out and walk over there. I mean, everyone else is fucking doing it. I might as well. Let me jump out real quick. I'm stuck.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna actually I'm gonna play. Give me a second, guys. This is the technology that we are getting.
Yeah.
In this attraction.
I just have that ready. Like, who are you?
Oh,
10 years, baby.
You know what I'm saying, dude? I mean, I'm on it, dude. I'm on it. But like, Tones, this is crazy. Watch. There's this part right here where like it actually looks like your boat floats to the top. And then you start floating on the top of the water. I mean, this is insane. Watch. This is the same technology we're gonna get for our Pandora ride. And this is why I want it so bad, is because I don't care about Avatar, dude. I don't like those movies that much. But this is going to be, hold on one second. Let me actually fast forward a little bit.
This is hard not to want this, guys.
Look at the color. Like that's just.
This reminds me a lot of
fucking
the
detail.
This reminds me a lot of the, I believe it was Shanghai, the Pirates one, Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's it. This is it.
This is it.
Oh, this is it.
Top.
Okay.
Yeah, this is it.
You float to the top, bro, and now you're out, dude. You're in a boat this whole time.
Yeah,
this is amazing, man. I
Right
mean,
there bothers me, by the way. I wish that they sent a giant wave at you. I think that would have been fucking cool once that other boat came up and just
we all
fucking hit you with the wave.
We all just flip over, have to swim.
We want to make it as real as possible, bro. Like, dude, come on, man.
I mean,
Yeah,
with the ships on both sides, dude, and Tones, these boats can go backwards.
By the way,
it backs up into this thing.
This is one of my fears. I don't know why, but staying next to a huge boat, like directly next to a huge boat, is one of my fears.
Oh God, let's tone it down now. Now we can't have boats in the park either.
No, but this isn't. They're not.
Go,
these aren't huge though. These aren't huge.
Dumb down
These are
pirates.
just
We can't have
big
pirates. We can't have them selling things. We can't have chickens anymore. And now we can't have boats. Sorry, pirates. You're
can't have chickens.
Basically, pirates are going to be just wearing pirate hats. That's all they can have now. They can't have anything nice.
You can't have 10 for a hen, Marcus. I thought we could.
No, you can't buy them by the pound either. So I guess we're fucked.
I guess so. I guess so. And I do want to give a big shout out to Bob, Barry Plays 28. Everybody at home, make sure you go and subscribe to Bob on YouTube. And he is He is celebrating a birthday. Big shout out to Bob.
Shout out, Bob.
Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday.
We love Bob. And then Rachel's asking you what's wrong with chickens.
Yeah.
All right, I got a whole bunch of chickens.
Well, but like
Yeah,
in
fair
the
enough.
ride though.
In real life, I got a whole bunch of chickens in the back.
Mm.
Yeah, they run
Okay.
around and they're crazy. One of them jumped over the fence the other day and had to chase it. They're fast. I don't know if they're fast or I'm just getting old. It's like one of those.
Both.
Yeah, I think so.
There we go. Den says, no lie, the tech is incredible. It'll make Avatar worth it. Just a weird location. And I think honestly, most fans are on the same page, Den. It is a weird spot. Here's the thing though. I was actually, I recorded a video today with Zach from Boardwalk Times, which will be released tomorrow, but we were talking about this and you know, the transition thing from Hollywood Boulevard to Pandora, it's very possible too. We don't know the long-term game plan. Like they're building Pandora there, but we don't know if the rest of Hollywoodland is going to survive another decade. Maybe they don't care about the transition because, well, they know that part's not going to be there in a few years, right? Maybe they didn't announce it yet, but they know internally that's the case. So
what do you
do? Wait and
what are you doing right there? Because that's such a short walking path before it turns into the rest of the park. You know what I mean? So I don't know what you would really do with all that.
Would you? Okay, well, it can either go. It can be Pandora expansion that way, or it can be Avengers Campus. What way would you go with it?
Avengers Campus, because that's easier to walk into than Pandora. Right when you walk into the park, you're gonna be, oh well, there's fucking Pandora, or you walk into this campus that actually kind of mimics modern. You know, I think the fact that you have a Pandora right next to Avengers Campus makes zero sense. That's why this park's fucking weird to me. That's why I don't think it should go there. That's why I think Monsters Inc. or Zootopia makes more sense because it just kind of matches the theming a little bit easier. It's more digestible to walk into one of the other.
Yeah, and Candid, I know you're a big proponent of being fair to Florida. Anything you want to add?
You turned me into a monster. It's you. You started it. And I agree with you. I agree 100%. Stop crying, Florida. Get over it.
No, dude, yeah.
Wait, so
how many Dole Whips you guys got? You got so many Dole Whips. So stop crying. You got Dole Whips.
I got a question for you guys. If I'm not mistaken, they announced Monsters and the Avatar one, didn't they?
They did, but Monstropolis is going in Florida.
It's going.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Florida thing. But yeah, JJ says be fair to Florida. I don't know. Lately, I feel like we need to be fair to California. To be honest.
Fair enough.
I think California needs to be fair to itself first before anyone starts showing it respect again.
Oh, okay. We're done.
Oh, God.
But what about the sea turtles, Marcus? What about the sea turtles?
That's the salamanders. It's
or the salamanders.
Yeah, I got it. That's fucking time. That's why it's taking so long to get this, get all this stuff off the ground. That's why Avatar's still being thought of because we got to make sure that we can relocate the salamanders first before we break ground.
Well, you got it, man. You got it. Rachel's asking us to be nice to the East Coasters. No, we love our East Coasters. We do. But, you know, we got to be fair to California, though. I mean, lately it's been, I don't know. I feel like Florida has gotten a lot of stuff. I don't know, at least with the Disney park stuff.
But
yeah, a lot of upgrades.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, on the other hand, I've talked about this so many times that when it comes to construction, Florida just puts their foot on the gas and they move so much faster because they don't have all the red tape that we deal with out here in California. And we will continue to deal with that, it seems like, for an eternity. And it sucks.
I mean, I don't know. The way things are looking right now, we might get a little bit of a break coming up in the next year.
I hope so, but I'm not going to put my retirement on it. I'll promise you that.
What retirement? You live in California, dude.
That's true.
You mean someone else's retirement? You're filling up their pockets. I don't want to talk about this. Anyways.
Sure
well, what about Tomorrowland? Nathan, here's the thing. For D23, they're not going to announce a new Tomorrowland. That there's no way, right? But what they might do is they might actually announce, because what they're doing in Magic Kingdom is they're kind of like redoing their Tomorrowland like piece by piece, right? So they got Tron, they're getting a new Carousel of Progress, Buzz Lightyear just got a remodel, right? They're kind of doing it piece by piece. We might get something like that. Maybe they will announce, maybe Star Tours gets a crazy update or something, right? And they can start that multi-year process. That's a possibility. I don't know.
All
I don't
right.
know.
So I know we mentioned this last time we talked, OG.
Yeah.
I believe it was you and I or Conductor. I don't know. I talked to Conductor for like 3 hours the other day. Go check out that video. So everything kind of blends together. Maybe it was with Conductor, but either way, Honda has that sponsorship. It was for 10 years. That's going to
Yes.
be up, I believe, next year. And then it was with you, right, Conductor? And we kind of talked about Tesla. You're right. So that means this is what I love about it, and that's why I love that you asked that question, Nathan. Is that once that 10 year is up, that's how I knew they were not going to touch Tomorrowland at all, because they had to wait for that Honda sponsorship to end. But over in California, there's a mandate where we can't have the gas powered cars anymore. So once Honda's stuff is up, they have to move over to gas power, or from gas powered over to electric vehicles. So that's where it kind of comes in. Do they start remodeling this ride, putting electric cars? They find new sponsorship like Tesla or even Honda again with electric vehicles, or do we just start that taking stuff out? Do we get rid of Autopia, and that's where we start our Tomorrowland? That's the first thing to get hit. So I think that's going to be the real tell. And if we do get anything in D23, maybe that's something they're going to talk about. Hey, we're going to upgrade Autopia to do something new, or hey, we're going to remove this and we're going to start Tomorrowland after Coco and Avengers Campus.
Yeah. We'll see. Go ahead.
That's what I kind of think. I gave my opinions on Candid's video that me and him did, but now that that you mentioned it again, what I think they also could do, they could, make them electric, and it could go with no sponsor for 2 years. I think Disney
would do that.
I think they can withhold it until 2028, and then that's when they make the announcement about Tomorrowland.
But that money they would leave on the table to get one of these electric vehicles to get in there, even like if it was like Lucid or one of the smaller, the Rivian, someone that's a little bit smaller, not Tesla. Like, I just feel like they could do that. If it was 2 years, I think they would be able to have Honda sign on for 2 years. I think that would be the easiest route for them to be able to extend it. I just don't feel like they would walk away from the money, Conductor. But I get where you're coming from. I agree with you. I just don't think they would walk away from money.
Because my whole thing is with Tomorrowland, I think it's a different animal in Magic Kingdom to go piece by piece to update. Ours is completely different because when Walt Disney and the WED team built Tomorrowland in the early days of Disneyland's history, they built stuff on top of each other, and it's like so intermixed. The only way to fix it is to rip it all apart, tear it all down, and rebuild it from scratch. So there's no way you could go piece by piece, because then if you go piece by piece, then you're telling fans, no, we have no plans on bulldozing the whole thing and starting over. We're just going to do minor little updates to keep it around for another 20 years. And I don't want it either. I want a complete tear down, rebuild. That's what I want. Completely.
No, I'm tired of Tomorrowland getting the repaint stuff. Like, how many times we're gonna repaint and redress the 1960s Tomorrowland? Come on.
It's ugly.
It's ugly.
And that's the thing. Here we go, Florida. Florida's going to get whatever they want, of course. You're complaining about getting this new updated Tomorrowland or this new updated Space Mountain. That thing fits so perfectly in your park. That style that they're doing matches Tron. It just is too perfect. And we sit here with this weird ass this decrepit town that we call Tomorrowland, and I just don't think it makes sense. We still have Star Wars in the same park as Star Wars. It's fucking weird to me. Doesn't make sense.
I like Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland. I think that makes sense because I do feel like Star Wars is a weird franchise where you can kind of like get away with that because it's like a galactic fairy tale, kind of also like a cowboy swashbuckling kind of adventure. It's a lot of Disneyland vibes in there, but I agree with you, Candid, where like, but why do we have Star Tours still? Like, my OCD kicks in with that. Like, that's weird. You have 15 acres of Galaxy's Edge. Why do we have a Star Tours over here in Tomorrowland? You know,
I don't get it either. But my thing is too is that, you know, and I love the idea what they did with what's his name, Tony Stark with Iron Man. I love the Iron Man they did overseas. I would be okay with that. And the thing that they've done multiple times now with Avengers that I love is that they spread it around. They didn't make it one land like like they did in DCA. But if you go to like Florida, they put stuff in different areas, and it's okay to do that. That's the only franchise where I feel like as long as it matches the aesthetic or something of that land, it can work. And I think putting Iron Man in Tomorrowland works.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I do want to give a big shout out to Kiki and Luca for gifting not one, but 2 OG55 memberships. And actually, we have also Nessie with 5 Tones TV memberships. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you, McNugget.
Appreciate you.
I think that deserves a
West Side.
there we go. I love it. Thank you so much, Ness. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Ness.
I also think too. I think once this is my personal opinion. Once Coco's open, once Avengers is open, I hate to even say it. Maybe even Avatar's open, but that's pushing it. But at least Avengers and Coco, I think at that point they will close off Tomorrowland completely and tear it to the ground. Or they might wait until Avatar is open, and that might be 2031, 2032. But if I had to really put my money where my mouth is, it's going to be Avengers, it's going to be Coco, because that will add capacity, and by then they'll have the Eastern Gateway done, and then they can close off Tomorrowland. I think that is necessary. I think it needs to happen. And my gosh, if they do that, believe me, I will be there watching, exciting, eating my $10 churro, watching them tear buildings apart. I'm going to love it every minute.
I agree with you, dude. That's the perfect time to do it. There's no other time. Like if you need to be able to, and I think that's what they're doing. I think that's the smartest way. You have everybody now over in DCA, just, I don't know what word to use over there, riding all this other new stuff. You have time to fix Tomorrowland. But if you wait and you ruin that time frame, you're gonna be cooked, dude, and then you're gonna be fucked. It's not gonna work out for you. Oh, sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah, no worries. Many Dogs 5 is saying here, any chance they tear down the coaster and do a new version? Many Dogs, thank you for joining, by the way. But I've never been a fan of Pixar Pier. I am assuming you're talking about the Incredicoaster, but I've never been a fan of it. They can bulldoze that whole area, and I'd be 100% fine with it.
I don't think they will. I don't think so.
No, they won't. They won't. They because like I'm very self-aware where like I know that that's not a popular opinion. I just don't like that area, but like I know most people love it, so it's not going anywhere. But
not only that too, Incredicoaster, it's actually like if I've been on I have a lot of roller coasters, and it's decent. It's up there on like a top list of roller coasters. It's not just a regular roller coaster. Not only that too, it's like almost a record for one of the longest roller coasters in the world or something like that. I think it's like the 8th longest steel coaster in the world. So it has some stuff to it.
It does. I think what will happen is I think that they might like retrack it because these coasters have a shelf life, right? So they're gonna have to replace it with new track, but it's not going anywhere. Go ahead, conductor.
Well, I was going to say, if they retrack it, the only thing I will say about it, if they want to keep the Incredibles theme, please, for the love of God, get rid of that white and either paint it a dark gray or a black. For the love of God, that white is god-awful.
Dude, it looks so dirty, right? They didn't fucking. I get the whole rust thing, but there's parts where it's not right. It's like the oil's leaking all over. And you know what pisses me off more than that, conductor? I love you brought it up. Is that they didn't clean it or do anything once they put it over as Incredicoaster. They just put the new pieces in there and put the little red shit, and they called it a day. They didn't fucking clean up any of that oil or anything. It's disgusting.
No. Now, real quick before, because Tones, you have a heart out.
Yes, I have a heart out in about 15 minutes.
Hey, I know it's an After Dark show. Come on.
Very hard out. Small out, but hard out. So real quick, I want to ask you to move over to studio because I want to get a conductor's opinion on this. We're going to talk a little bit about studio real quick. So we've seen, of course, the live action stuff with Disney. We've seen movies come from Disney, but a lot of these movies like Supergirl or was it Supergirl? and the live action, like these movies that are we know the stories of already, and they're remaking these all the time. But we get movies like Obsession and The Odyssey that are new stories to us that are just killing it in the box office. And I'll start with you, Conductor. What is it that we are getting that people are just like, we're not going to the movies and seeing this? Because it is a big deal that they're failing, and it's not, they're not just failing like over time, like weeks, they're failing first weekend, and people aren't going because there's not a lot of talk about these jaw-dropping movies that are coming out, and first weekend they're absolutely losing their cred right away. It's crazy.
I'm going to tell you this: the fact that Disney is doing the live remakes, I think, is a big mistake. It's a huge mistake. Basing it off something they've already created and bringing it to life doesn't make sense. People rather just say, you know what, I'll just stay at home, I'll stream it at home, I'll be in the safety of my home, maybe get some Uber Eats and call it a night. Now, when it comes to like the Odyssey or Obsession or any of those types, like you said, original story, people are interested, and they're like, you know what, I'm willing to go outside the safety of my home to go pay that crazy price at a theater to go experience that. But I just kind of feel like the live remakes, it's a cop out. It's like, okay, you're using the same storyline and you're taking from the animated series now to live action. Like, for example, Moana.
Yeah.
I was kind of creeped out seeing Dwayne Johnson, the freaking long hair, and don't even get me started.
It depends on the movie, though. That's the whole thing. Like I just put here, once Tangled comes out, I think Tangled is a perfect movie to make into live action. I think that they can do so much with it. But then you go and do Moana. That's not something I like.
Well,
that's too simple. I think that's what I mean. It's just too simple.
Well, see, my problem is Walt Disney Pictures has already built the reputation of their live remakes as not great. So that's why it just loses interest with people. So it would really have to be a banger in order for
Tangled's gonna be the banger. Tangled's gonna bring back the live action,
because they have not built a great reputation with live remakes.
You guys are right, and the thing too is that in this new landscape that we live in, when you can watch movies on your phone and stuff, and like at home, people are pickier with what they see in the theater. Like, it takes a lot more to get people, especially family movies, because okay, a family movie, it's mom, dad, 2, 3 kids. I mean, you're talking $100 to walk in the door. Walk in the door. That's not even including soda, popcorn, candy. So it's like, this movie better really intrigue you. And it's like you have a live action remake like Moana, which is like a beat for beat remake of the animation, and it doesn't even look as good. Why are people going to spend that much money on it? Yeah, you're right, you guys. They need more originals, right? Toy Story. Ben brought up a great point. Toy Story 5 is doing fantastic. Yeah, it is, and that's great. I love that because I heard I haven't seen it yet. I know that's Candid's favorite franchise, but I haven't seen it yet. But for the most part, though, I mean, I don't know. It just, people are really, really picky, in particular with what they spend their money on nowadays. And I get it, though. I absolutely get it. So
yeah,
we'll see.
It's funny because you see these movies that are coming out, and it's everything. It's all these remakes, and Epic brings up a good point. Like, it's not, the Odyssey wasn't an original movie, but it's not also, we're not remaking a, like a Indiana Jones or like a Toy Story, or like, we're not remaking something that everyone knows about, or like a Goonies movie. Like, if someone remade a Goonies movie, people would be, they'd be happy for it, but it's like, we're not remaking a huge storyline that everyone knows about. The Odyssey, I didn't know what it was until they told us the movie was coming out, and I found out there's a book behind it, and there's so much behind, like, and when it comes to Obsession, that is an original movie where a brand new idea and a budget of, it was a low budget movie. Like, that was fun to watch because we don't see movies like that anymore. We don't see the storyline where it's intriguing and it's getting your, getting you to talk about it. The best thing about movies the reason why I started doing content is because I would call up Marcus and we would talk about, the path we think the Avengers are going. Like, what do you think's happening in the next movie? What do you think's happening here? And it's like, we don't get that with these movies anymore. We don't get that. Is OG frozen for you guys too?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what
yeah.
a fucking pose.
I'm back.
Yeah, I know.
I'm back. I'm frozen.
That was funny. But it's like we that was the fun part about conversing, or we would converse about these movies, and it was the fun part about going to the next one with your buddies, dressing up, whatever the case is. But it was that fun part. We're not getting that anymore. We're not getting these original stories that we haven't seen on screen yet. We're getting these remakes. We're getting stories of just simple stories that weren't intriguing in the first place, but because it was intriguing when it first came out, we want to redo it. And it's like we're tired of that. We're in an age of new storylines that we haven't heard of, and those, as you could tell, Obsession became one of the biggest movies of all time, going from 700,000 to $500 million. Like, that's insane.
It's insane.
And she's awesome.
No, I agree with you, Tones, and she's dope too. Indy Navarra, I think her name is.
Yeah, and in Indy Navarrete.
Yeah, man, she's gonna crush it. Like, she's gonna get all kinds of deals. Like she's amazing. But Nessie here says, is there a movie y'all believe shouldn't have been remade? I got two. I got Beauty and the Beast and Lion King. Those two movies were animated masterpieces. And why are you gonna make some sense? What? Lion King?
Made no sense. And it's already animated. Like, you're just giving me CGI now. Like, you went from animation to CGI. It's fucking weird. There's no humans. So that made zero sense to me. So I agree with you.
Yeah, no, that was really weird. That was really weird. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Disney needs to get back when it comes to Disney animation. I mean, Disney live action. Get back to making even like mid-tier movies. Like, they used to do like Mighty Ducks and like Angels in the Outfield, like those kind of mid-tier kind of films. I think would do really well right now. But yeah, go ahead.
Talk about Aladdin. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, and another thing, like we've gotten good remakes or from animation to live actions. How to Train Your Dragon was one of my favorites. Like that, there's anomalies that happen, of course, but for the most part, we don't want to see like Cannon said. Lion King went from an animation to CGI. That's logically, that doesn't make sense. Like, I've never wanted to watch a movie because the CGI is just jaw dropping. Like, we want to see some kind of action within it. Yeah, of course. Yeah. But like, it doesn't work like that. But I think the original storylines, especially when it comes to Disney, I think the one thing that Disney's not utilizing is stories that a ton of these, small artists and small movie makers have that could be an animated movie that would be amazing for them. Like, I get that they want to keep their image of like having Disney movies as part of like their their rides and their lands and all that stuff, but on another hand, I would love to hear a original story that we haven't seen, haven't heard, and wanting to go to the movie theaters once again to see those movies, and we're just not getting that.
I agree. Well said. Now, Tones, I know you have a heart out, but I also want to give you enough time to let everyone know where they can find you on social media, because you do a lot of great content. Everybody at home, if you guys are into like Game of Thrones and like just a lot of studio stuff, Tones is your guy. But Tones, I'll let you take it away. Let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Yes, sir. Thank you again for having me, guys. I truly appreciate it. I do have to get going, but yeah, we've been doing a lot of House of the Dragon stuff lately on TikTok. We go live every day. After the show, we do a breakdown of the episode and bring people up to talk about the episode. So go to TikTok, Tones_TV. We put all kinds of videos out on YouTube and Instagram as well. Tones_TV on all platforms. But yeah, we've had a very good time. We've had some cool interactions with some of the cast that came to the live from the show, which was amazing. So we have a lot of fun over there. So if you guys are interested in House of the Dragon or just TV shows and movies in general, Tones_TV for sure.
Check out Tones. After the show, I'll be linking all his information down below as well. Make it real easy peasy. Tones, thank you, brother, for coming on. Always a good time talking shop. Tones Poppy.
And for my chat, real quick, you guys go show some love to these guys. Amazing work, as you could tell. A lot of Disney stuff that they do. Go show some love to them as well. But I love y'all.
Appreciate it.
Catch you later.
Later, Tony. Thank you. You had up there earlier with the with the Airbud. I love Airbud because he's right. They're just easy to watch. But Airbud started becoming like those horror movies where you started making them like in space or in the hood. Like, like there's gonna be like 30 of them. You're like, where's Airbud gonna go next? He's in the hood. And then it's like
I think personally, Disney is starting to maybe look at that a little bit harder, because one of the things we saw during the 70th, and OG was with me, they had Jon Favreau on location filming for Oswald. So I'm very curious how the Oswald movie is going to come out. But kind of going back to what Tones was saying, though, I think nowadays with movies, for people to want to, go see a movie at a theater compared to their own home, it has to have, a niche, a hook to it to get people interested. And that's like, for example, the Odyssey, perfect example of it. Christopher Nolan, who doesn't like Christopher Nolan movies? The guy is phenomenal. And then the fact that he shot the entire movie in IMAX. No other director has done that. And when that pre-order sale for the theaters went live a few months ago, it was gone within minutes. So, I mean, that's a reason to go see a movie in a theater. Obsession, that's another reason to go see a movie. I'm sorry, I'm not going to pay $25 to go see Moana live action in a movie theater. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it.
It's a money grab.
Yeah.
It is.
Now,
and how many of these live action movies are even culturally relevant after they get released? No one even talks about them anymore.
No,
right?
No, they don't.
No. They talk about how much they like it.
Project Hail Mary was another good example. Marsden brought that up. So again, now the Oswald movie, I love Oswald because he reminds me of Mickey Mouse. So I will go see that in theaters. I think that would be cool. I like them.
I want to bring up real quick with the Aladdin thing. I think that was another one that didn't need the remake, and I actually thought it was decent. The casting to me was horrible. Jafar, dude, was it Marwan? He just wasn't villainous. He just had this like nice, clean, nice guy look to him, and he didn't come off villainous enough for me. So it just kind of ruined the whole vibe of him. And then I mean, Naomi Scott, come on. I'm okay with that. I was okay with that.
She's cool. She's cool.
Yeah,
she's
I'm
cool.
okay with that. I have nothing bad to say, unless she did something weird. If she did something weird, then I'll sweep it under the rug. But
10 out of 10, no notes for Naomi. She's
I don't need to look into it. But that was one of the things that someone put up. That's one that got me. Big Hero 6 ruled. I would love to see Big Hero 6 live action. I think that's just another one that's just too easy to do, though. And I don't think we need it, but I would like to watch it. Just too easy. And then there was one more. Where was it? Gargoyles. So Gargoyles is my guilty pleasure cartoon. I love it. It's such a dark show. It is so dark, and I would love to see a remake. I think they can pull it off.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Ben, you're right. It is a series. Yeah, Oswald's a series. Yeah, it's gonna be a show on Disney Plus. Well, I'm very curious about that. That's a very interesting concept. Hopefully, it's not corny, but we'll see.
Big Hero 6 is so sad, dude. Like, fuck, man.
It is.
That's like it had its Bambi moment for sure.
With the brother.
Yeah.
But why did he? Oh man, he went back in that building, dude.
Yeah, like why? Get the fuck out of there. What do you like? Come on, don't do it. You already know. We all knew. Once we saw it, we're like, fuck, there it goes.
There it goes. Another tragic Disney.
It got Disneyfied, if we want to use that word again today.
Yeah, exactly. Kiki and Luca showing some love to Candid. You have no filter. He's the man.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Kiki and Luca, dude, just been down forever. Like, just down. Not even just with me, but just with OG. So shout out to you, dude. Like, I love it. I love when we found out the real Kiki and Luca, too. I think that was one of those in my mind. I'm like, people will never know unless they watch that stream. Find out about Kiki and Luca. I love it. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you, everyone, for showing up, too. We're not ending it. I'm keep going, but I just want to
we'll keep the party going. Dan is saying we need gargoyles. I completely agree. Now, that would be a really dope live action thing. Like I think if Disney was like more like kind of like more smart about what they do, like Treasure Planet would be a dope live action.
I will admit I tried to watch Treasure Planet recently again for like the 18th time, and I just can't do it. I can't get all the way through it. It's really a hard watch for me.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I want to like it too.
Now we got Rudio in the house. Do you think Toy Story 5 will be the only film that crosses the $1 billion mark? I honestly think Doomsday won't. That's interesting. maybe Doomsday won't. The pre-sales are pretty good, actually really good on Doomsday. And the trailer views have been solid, but it's a possibility it doesn't hit a Billy. Now, Rudio, I'm curious, do you think Spider-Man though will hit a Billy? And what do you think, Candid? Would you think Doomsday is going to hit a billion? I know we just did that reaction, so I'm
Yeah,
curious.
I think they both will. I think we don't have Avengers fatigue right now or Marvel fatigue. And I think that there's just so much shit that's coming out that people will go out and watch this. The only reason why someone will not watch this is because they just fucking put money down on Grand Theft Auto 6.
That's true.
And that's coming out what, November, right?
Yeah.
There you go. What do you think, Conductor? You think Doomsday is going to hit a billion, or you agree with Rudio? No go.
God, that's a hard one. I don't think it will, but then again, you know, a lot of people want to see Robert Downey Jr. So I think that's why people will go see it, because now he's not Iron Man, now he's Doctor Doom. So I don't know. I think more of no for me, but there's also a possibility of a yes.
Okay. We'll see. And Rudio brings up a good point that Spider-Man's Sony, so Disney can't take credit for that. Yeah, I mean they'll get a cut for sure, but you're right, Rudio. I mean it's not it's not a Disney movie. You're right.
Den said that No Way Home only hit 800K, but it was in 2021, so the world was a little bit weird at that point.
COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, dude.
The Russo bros are back too for Doomsday. Yeah,
I know it's a late night show, but calm down, okay?
Which one?
I brought repeated it.
Yeah, I love it.
I can have no filter either.
Oh, dude, the Conductor and we've done some pretty spicy. Yes, very much so, very much so. Epic Berserker says Mario and Michael hit 1 billion. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I never saw the new Mario movie, by the way. I didn't see that one.
I didn't either. My kids did. They liked it, but I don't know. I like to. I mentioned this before. I'm very comfortable sitting at home watching these movies, but there's certain ones that I need to go to the theaters for that, like you said earlier, that they try to be a movie theater movie. Like, don't make it a straight to DVD movie and expect me to go pay $25. Like, we're not doing that.
Yeah, no, exactly. Now Rudio said he thinks Doomsday will do Wicked 2 numbers. That's wild.
That's crazy.
I mean, and Rudio, here's the thing with Doomsday, there's a lot riding on that movie, man. Because right, the MCU, I mean, this is kind of like, it's kind of make or break time. We're getting to the point now where they kind of have to, they gotta have a big hit.
I've never seen Wicked. Is Wicked good, or is it good because of a fan base follows and because of other things?
I've never seen it either. I don't really have a desire to see it, dude. Is it like,
I feel like people just like it because of certain aspects of it? I'm not going all the way down that rabbit hole, but I feel like that's why.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Conductor?
No. I saw the first one and I'm like, okay, this is Wizard of Oz all over again. So I'm like, I'm good. I'm just being honest.
And that's what I'm saying. It has a huge fan base, but is it actually good? Because that's the whole same thing with all these Marvel or these other movies. People have a fan base, but doesn't mean it's good. That bothers me. And we talked about this a little bit before, OG. Like, you make a movie and then you make the second one because the first one did so well, but the second one is not that good, but they still made enough money to make or to justify making a third one. Just like Tron. Like, why'd you make another Tron? Why did you remake Tron? Like, it doesn't make sense. Tron failed 3 times.
Tron has never been a big thing, and they keep trying with Tron, and yeah. It says here from Rudio, he says Marvel has never put out a release during Christmas, and against an IP like Dune and the GTA.
So crazy. They wouldn't do it if they didn't think this was money. I'm telling you, especially putting on the same day as Dune. They have to. There's something out there that they know, and we talked about the other day too. They already have 16.1 million for pre-showing or something like that.
Yeah, the pre-sales have been really good, actually. Yeah, like 16 million on the pre-sale. But I mean, that's impressive because the movie doesn't come out till like Rudio's saying till December.
Well,
I think it's going to do well.
That, and you have to kind of think in the back of your mind for me and you, OG. You know what they did at. What was it? CinemaCon, they showed the first, was it 10 or 20 minutes of the movie? Could we see that at the studios panel for D23 at the Honda Center?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
That
That's
studio
what
panel, I'm telling you, that studio panel, they're going to have some bangers, I think.
I think so.
I think they're going to have some bangers. Candid, have you ever had any interest in going to D23 or not your cup of tea?
I wanted to go last time. I actually remember we kind of planned it out to kind of do that, and I was invited by someone. I like the idea. I didn't know we were supposed to dress up. I know we talked about that before. So
I'm not
once I
dressed
heard that you
up.
had to kind of dress
No,
up, I
I'm
was
not
like,
either.
oh, that's not my thing. Like even during Halloween, like I only dress up because of kids. I don't want to stand in a room with sweaty people, and then I don't want to have to fight for things. I don't like that. I don't like I don't want to have to like get funneled in somewhere for something, and then I don't want to also have to pretend to be happy about something that's so minuscule. Because I feel like every time they do these D23s, like we're getting a new trash can. Everyone's like, "Fuck yeah!" And they film. Everyone's filming each other fucking reaction to the trash can. Like, no, dude. Like it's a fucking trash can because it moves with the robot part. Like we don't need that. That's not cool. So technology is so advanced, and Disney's still kind of sometimes a step behind. And it bothers me when people overly do it. And I think that's all 23 is. Sometimes they overhype every fucking little thing to the point where it turns me off from wanting to go. Would I go if someone invited me? Yeah, if I lived closer, I would be there. So I'm a Disney fan, of course. But people need to react and make things real, because guess what? Disney's in that room. You guys know it because it's happened multiple times. Disney's in that room with their little recorder too, getting all those fake ass reactions. And then guess what they do? Oh, they love this. We should do it. Or hey, they love this so much, they're gonna like this no matter what we do to it. So let's chop all this shit in half and give them a fucking inferior product, and they'll still be okay and they'll still woohoo. That's what they do. And then it just pisses me off. So go there, like OG said 20 years ago, since he's been doing this forever. Vote with your wallet.
Vote with your wallet. Okay, Nathan's asking, dress up as in a costume or suit and tie. So Nathan, Candace talking about how some people go to these events and they dress up like Woody, or I don't know, like the guy from Up or something, like like Disney bounding stuff. And that's not Candid's, cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea either. I'm not doing that. I don't think. Yeah, Conductor, you're not into it either.
No,
we're not those guys.
I would make one consensus, one, and I'm not talking about dressing as a freaking Pixar character. I'm talking about doing
one big ass Pixar character, dude. You're like 8 feet tall. You're gonna be fucking turning red. Like,
oh God, no. I would dress seriously. I would dress up as Indiana Jones. That's the only
one that makes sense. And you can pull that off. Yeah, you can pull it off.
The only person I would do is that character. That's it. If I was gonna do it at all.
Yeah, I'm just not into that, man. It's weird because it's weird. I'm into Disney. I love Disney. I love talking about it right here on the channel. I love all the speculation, all that stuff. But I've never been like the Disney fan that like has to wear like head. What was that?
That goes overboard.
Exactly. I don't need head to toe. Like I don't need all that. Like I like it. Everyone around me doesn't need to know that. It's fine.
Well, see that's why a lot of times, like when I go to the parks, you guys have seen it. I have the Disney polo shirts because I like wearing them. They're comfortable out in the open and whatnot, but they still represent Disney. But it's not way over the top either. I'm not wearing a Spirit jersey at 90 degrees. No, I'm not dressing up as Sid.
You got Sid, you got Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No.
No. And Kiki and Luca here's. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm just alone.
He's like, nope. Kiki and Luca, Disney got a new dumpster. Will really get everyone excited. Oh, totally.
God.
People eat that shit up.
It can happen. I got one for you guys real quick. This is random. This is where we start getting some weird random shit. I wrote this. If everyone doesn't know, like I write down all my topics forever on here because my brain is like this, and I'm like, I need to bring this to you guys. So you're gonna hear some really weird random shit on here. And I don't remember who said this. So if you were in the chat and you did it or you said it, I want you to make sure you get your credit for it. But Sean William Scott as Star-Lord.
I don't know who that is.
Dude, really Stifler's mom guy?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, now I know. As who? Star Lord? Okay, that works. But how
Star-Lord.
old is that guy now? Isn't it in his 50s?
He's one of those. He doesn't age.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Pull him up. Pull him up.
That
Show
could
me this
work.
guy.
That could work. Actually,
I think so too. I think it's very interesting. Someone said it, I'm like, oh fuck, you're right. That could have worked. He's quirky. He has that same vibe, and we wouldn't have got Pratt shoved down our throats. You know what I mean?
yes.
Don't get me wrong. Pratt as Star Lord though, it works, and I don't. And that's the whole thing. Like, you guys, let me know. Does it work because Disney made it work, or does it work because that is his character? Just like Deadpool, I feel like as much as I'm not a huge Ryan Reynolds fan, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Wolverine, same thing. He is Wolverine. That is now his character.
Yeah.
Is Star Lord his character, or is he just good at playing that character?
I think he's good at playing that character, but it's kind of hard when you think about it, because at the time he was playing the Star-Lord character, he was also playing, Owen in the Jurassic World films. So it's kind of like, okay, you got one version of him that's kind of like a quirky jackass, and then you got another one that's kind of like serious and trying not to be killed by dinosaurs and shit like that. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of unreal.
Fucking jawline, dude. It's a strong ass jawline.
Oh yeah, dude. He's
gorgeous.
He's been doing some looks maxing, huh?
Dude, for real.
As a kid say, he's like that dude. What's that one dude's name? Claviker or something. I don't know if you guys know him. He's all over my feed. I don't know why, but this guy, he's one of those looks maxer guys. He's got that chiseled jaw as well. Rudio says Sean William Scott was in his 20s working at the LA Zoo when American Pie was a big thing.
Oh, there you go.
Theme park and things. I've 100%. And when they did that other one with the other guy, I cannot remember. I was like, what the fuck is this? And they fucked up. And on top of that too, they were supposed to make us Blade. You were supposed to give us Blade, and you didn't do it. Wesley was like, hey bro, I'm back. I'm out of jail for whatever I did. I want to make a movie. And then they give us like 2 seconds in what was it? Was it Deadpool?
Yeah.
Deadpool. Yeah, Deadpool. I mean, it would have done good. I think that's another one where people, once again, that's one of those movies that people would have went to see anyways, even if it wasn't good. I like all the Blades. I think they're fucking awesome, and they walked a certain line that Disney needed to walk or needs to walk.
Yeah, no, well said. I want go on your list again and pick up a random thing. These are good. I like this.
All right. Okay, this one's kind of a topic that I want to talk to you. What Fox IP would you put into the parks, into Disneyland itself? That's a hard one. What Fox IP would you put into Disneyland? Not DCA, into Disneyland.
Because I just did a video with Zach from Boardwalk Times. We actually talked about Planet of the Apes, but that doesn't belong in Disneyland. That's a little too edgy. That's more of a like Animal Kingdom or like a DCA thing. Freak, man, what would be a good Fox property? Well, actually, you know what? I know a lot of people are going to get mad at me. I think Avatar could work if you put it in between Tomorrowland and Fantasyland. That would have segued really, really well. I think you mentioned that, didn't you, Conductor, earlier today about in that spaghetti bowl with the I think that's a great idea. Avatar would work beautiful.
I said Arendelle.
Oh, Arendelle. I'm sorry,
Arendelle, but Avatar could go there.
Yeah,
I was thinking Percy Jackson.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and you just make it. I mean, that's where it gets hard though. Like, what part do you do? Do you do the? Obviously, we'd have to do the campground that they're in, and then you have a ride or something. But it can work, especially if you put that behind where Autopia is, or over in that area. Just make it wooded and enclosed a little bit. You could pull it off. Ice Age is cool. I love Ice Age.
They're making a new one.
Good. I hope it does well too. I think it can. Ice Age can be their Minions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If Disney tried.
Yeah. Now, Anastasia, what do you think?
Anastasia is always one of those where I thought that was Disney forever, and it's not. I like Anastasia. It's cute. It's cool. But what is she though? She's not a princess. She's not a princess, right?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it actually.
Is that the maybe I'm thinking of something else. Is that the one where she goes on the train and something happens and all that? Is that Anastasia?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I don't remember. Maybe I got to go back and watch that. That's the only thing I could really think of. We got Aliens. That would be cool. I just don't think that would fit in Disney Park.
Too
But
edgy.
I mean, the fucking hard part, dude, is that we got Star Wars in Disney. That's the weirdest. Like, that's just
That's true.
What about Fern Gully? Remember Fern Gully?
Lost Princess. Okay.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's your Pixie Hollow. I mean,
Boom.
easy fits. I think that's the that's the one that works.
Gosh.
Another one on here, bringing Little Mermaid over to Disneyland. So hear me out. That space where they have the water, right behind the Matterhorn. That's where you put a brand new technology, Little Mermaid, dark ride.
Hey, you know what? I'm not against that. I've pushed back on people before who say get rid of the mermaid ride at DCA because they don't have a solution for it going forward. Because I love Little Mermaid, and I think it needs that movie was too big and too much of a pivotal moment for the company to not have it as a ride. But if you want to move it, or, you know, if you want to get rid of it at DCA and bring it to Disneyland, I'm cool with that. Absolutely.
And that would be the right spot, right? That spot makes total sense. You're near the water already. It works really well. And you know what? I love so much, and I've given so much kudos to and I'll say it for the people that haven't seen me or watched any of our videos before. I'm gonna get there. So first off, I wanted, if we were to get Galaxy's Edge, cut it in half, like I said before, leave the left side, if you're facing, leave the left side with the main ride, the cantina, and give us a couple gift shops. The rest of that land should have been used for the new Fantasyland like they have over in Florida, and they could have done so much of that. But going over to Florida, their Little Mermaid ride, that queue line's gorgeous, dude. Prince Eric's castle, it just looks so nice and so clean. It's well done. That can look really nice back there, and I think that's I love that style. The cool thing about Florida, what they did with the new Fantasyland, is that they kept it small but gave us everything like a normal Fantasyland did. So where our Fantasyland, everything's kind of just lined up in a row, they did that same thing, but they made everything just bigger but still kept it within a confined space, which I love.
Yeah. Now, Theme Park and Things is saying, I know we're talking about Fox, but in Symbol parking lot, I would love an ocean style land. Give me Lilo and Stitch and Moana with a big lagoon in the middle. That would be dope. I love that idea. You can definitely do that. And you know what? It's weird because technically Lilo and Stitch and Moana, that's not California, but I think it could work. It has that kind of surfy vibe that would work for a California park. Assuming we're keeping the California theme. We don't even know. They might reimagine that whole thing. So,
God.
No, go ahead.
No. I was gonna say for a Fox property, this is just off the cuff here. I think, and I don't know how you guys are gonna feel about it. Night at the Museum.
I love those movies, dude. And they fucked up when they made that stupid ass animated series.
Yes, I think that or X-Men.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah,
And I was going to ask you that. Actually, I love that you brought that up because I started writing it. Can you break that up? So, remember we talked about earlier how Marvel can move things around in certain areas and it works as long as it's in that place. Could you break up X-Men from Marvel's land or Avengers campus? Because obviously it's not it's not really Avengers campus. Can you break X-Men up and put that in that lot and everything will be okay? But then you would have honestly, what would you do though? Would it be the Institute and then shit would happen around the Institute?
I think so. I think it would be the Institute would be the main
training.
Yeah, the main attraction. But I think they would have stuff around it. And the perfect location for that, and I know a lot of people are going to hate it, get rid of Tomorrowland, put it right there. Because literally, if you put it right there, even though Avatar is going across the way, I understand that. But right next to that, you have Avengers Campus, so it's close enough. I think that would work.
Yeah. And my thing is, though, is like they keep doing these things with X-Men or Fantastic Four, like because those are technically different parts of Marvel. It all falls back to the same thing of oh, we're building this as a campus, so you can go and learn how to do this. Or, hey, we're going to build this school so you can learn. And here's how we're going to be able to, make you get on a ride. And I think that's the hard part about storytelling some of these things, because it has to be a learning experience every single time for you to be able to get on this ride. Otherwise, it's like, well, why the fuck is this monster here? Like,
Well,
just when you get on, like, the collector's thing, his shit fucking broke. That's why you get on that ride. Spider-Man, the bot's fucked up. Like, that's why you get on it. So what are you going to get from X-Men that's original?
Well, see, here's my thing. You know, as they build future attractions, I think Disney needs to get away from that kind of learning aspect, because people don't really care about that anymore. They just
Let's
don't.
go to Epcot.
I was just going to say Epcot's the only exception. That's why you could build something new, and it could be something that you know, learn and you adapt to as you go on the attraction and you learn about things. I think Epcot's the only exception. Any other Disney park, forget it. We want action, we want entertainment, we want to see, you know, storytelling. We don't want to have a, you know, a learning attraction. I think those days are just long gone. They are.
I agree with you. And do you like, if you looked at the future and say we were to get a third gate, say they were to announce it tomorrow or at the D23, and
Sure.
they told us that it's only going to be for Fox properties, how would you feel about that? Like, they're not putting anything Disney, well, nothing Disney, old Disney. It's just all Fox.
I think that would be actually pretty amazing, because when you think about it, and I even told OG this, I said, when it comes to Oogie Boogie Bash, right? You have Disneyland and you have DCA. That kind of turns into that kiddie Halloween type aesthetic. And I always said, well, if you want to have that aesthetic in that Halloween party, that's fine. Move it over to Disneyland, leave DCA for more of that adult kind of entertainment, you know, Halloween-esque. So if they built a Fox property land, that would be the third gate. I could see no reason why Disney wouldn't make that park a little more edgier, being that it would be all Fox properties.
I mean, seeing at that point, that makes sense too, because then you can start getting like into like Planet of the Apes, Simpsons again.
Yes.
What's the other one? Family Guy. Like, those are certain things we could technically get. My only thing is seeing the success of Simpsons in Florida. I don't think it was as successful as they thought, or even over in Hollywood. Do you think Disney would really risk making their own type of Springfield? Because it would be the same fucking thing. There's nothing else. There's literally nothing else different you can do for that besides give us a different kind of ride. But it's still going to be Springfield.
What I would do if I was in charge of like creating an attraction for Simpsons, I would kind of do like the Muppets route. Like, you know, the Muppets, how you have like Muppet Treasure Island, Muppet, you know, Christmas Carol, right? I would do like the Great Simpson movie ride or something. And you would have
That would be awesome.
right, and various scenes of various movies, but like as played by the Simpsons characters.
Yeah, that would be
sick. Yeah, because if you do,
Nathan, I think you're right, by the way. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
oh, because if you do like a beat for beat like recreation of Springfield, it didn't really work that well with Universal, and Disney's not going to be able to do anything different with it that Universal didn't already do. You know?
Yeah, and I think you're right. I don't think they really care about Simpsons, but Treehouse of Horror, I do just that can honestly be the first step for them to get that into a more spookier zone of DCA. And I think that can work. If you want a DCA to be able to have a little bit more of a spookier vibe in certain parts of the park, you can use that. I think that's the perfect way to kind of to get that started.
Yeah, and Ben Zacuto here says, to be honest, I think the likelihood of Fox properties beyond Avatar making their way to Anaheim is very slim.
100%.
Yeah, I agree, Ben. You're right on that.
I
mean, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say,
I'm about this one. I'm sorry.
Don't think, I just don't think Disney just, I hate to say it, this is late night, so I'm going to say it how it is. I just don't think Disney has the balls to build stuff like that. They don't.
Not in Disneyland.
No.
And the thing is, you're right. No, it would go in Florida, and my thing is with Florida is that it wouldn't go in any of their parks either. They would build Disney would build a separate park just to use some of these properties.
No.
See, See, the smart move, if Disney doesn't have the guts, right, or the balls to like do a Simpsons thing like a permanent ride, the best thing they can do then is utilize that franchise for like events like Oogie Boogie Bash,
Oh, absolutely.
Treehouse of Horror, stuff like that. That's the way to go. You know, if you know how if they can't commit to an attraction, then do it that way. And Kiki and
Dude.
Luca,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's my first time.
Halloween
there it is.
Town.
There it is. Balls.
Halloween Town. You know how they do that every year or every couple of years? They switch people up, or they'll put like the sisters as like the hosts and stuff. How come Halloween Town doesn't get any love when that movie is just wrecks havoc during the Halloween time on Disney Plus? I don't get it. And they made multiples. What's it, like 3 or 4 of them, right?
Right.
There's Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween High, and there's like one more. I think there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I love the Halloween Towns. They're some of my favorites. I would love to see them just do a little more. Let's talk about that real quick before we jump back in. Do you feel like Disney does enough for Halloween versus how much they do for the winter parks for the Christmas stuff?
No.
It's no, yeah, and it's funny. I actually, it's so funny because I actually have a lot of videos like in the queue. But I did a bar chat last night actually with Alan from Almighty Coasters, and we talked about this. Like, should Disney do scarier Halloween events? Like, obviously, you can't do that at Disneyland. I get it, but what about DCA? Like, can't we get a little scarier? Like, I don't know. Would you support that, Conductor? I mean, no one's saying HHN style, but like a little edgier than Boogie Bash.
To be honest with you, like I was telling Candid, I think Oogie Boogie Bash needs to be moved over to Disneyland and give more of the adult-esque, type clientele DCA for the night and make that Halloween. Like, I mean, you can have Goosebumps or Goosebumps. You can have the zombie Marvel Captain America. You can have characters like that roaming around. You can have DJs in the park. You can have, some of this edgier type.
You can do what in the park?
I said edgier.
Oh no! You said you're going to get what in the park?
It's a what party?
You can have DJs in the park.
Oh.
DJs, man.
Woke up looking for the broccoli hockey.
There you go, just like that.
Come on,
DJs
man.
in the park. My bad. I mean,
you're telling me you wouldn't want DJs in the park, zombie Captain America, freaking cocktail hour in certain sections of the park, lights, fog, camera, action, the whole 9 yards. You're telling me adults don't want that? Come on, man.
It's so easy to implement that. Even now, like they can literally have zombie Captain America walking around, and it just
Moon Knight,
easy money, dude. And all they had to do, they want to sell these fucking $80,000 tickets to DCA, which once again, I can't believe DCA costs the same amount of money as fucking a Disneyland ticket. Fuck you, fuck you, Disney. But give me more incentive, because if you don't have kids and you don't care about going down and getting candy most of the time, you just want to go get so I would love to go get a special drink, a special food item, and then walk through just a little bit more adultish area. And I think you're right. That area, that whole Hollywood area, can be something that just from Hollywoodland all the way back, that can just be more adult-esque. And you can have shops there, or not shops, like booths set up for alcohol. Like, it just makes so much sense to do.
Well, go ahead, Conductor. Go ahead.
They could pull from Tower of Terror. You're telling me like on Hollywood Boulevard, you wouldn't have like the zombie, like what do you call them, bellhops walking around, dude? Fog. You use some of the sound stages in the Hollywood backlot before they get ripped out. Put a walkthrough attraction in there, dude.
Those stages are fucking huge. Those sound stages are massive. You could put like 3 or 4 different things in there. And guess what? You can have a limit. You have to be 18 to get in here, and people would still show up to do it.
Oh, 100%. Sorry,
and I see nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of people would push back and be like, "Well, what about the kiddos?" But you're giving the kiddos something.
Disneyland,
and then DCA can be a little bit like older. It can be like PG-13.
That way.
There, they sell alcohol. It's different. What's
roller coaster?
It has roller coaster. Exactly. You know what's crazy though? I was in Vegas this past weekend, and there's a lot of families now. I don't know. Like, I mean, I was at the pool. It was all kids.
That's
Isn't that
crazy.
weird? Like Vegas, for me, Vegas feels like 21 and over. I don't know.
Growing up, we never went to Vegas because it was an adult thing to do.
Yeah.
Like we would go to Nevada or to Reno, and because that had the was it the Circus connected everything. So we would do that, and parents would just disappear for like hours. Here's $30, go play games, and you're like, fuck yeah. And back then, $30 got you fucking 2 hours, 3 hours of games, which was
Oh, for
awesome.
sure.
Then my parents come back all like shit faced and stuff. Hey, we're going to the hotel. I'm like, fuck yeah, I won the stuffed bear. What'd you win?
We got Theme Park Wizard in the house. He just recorded his D23 predictions video. Wizard, if you want to jump on, bro, if you want to hit that link, you can jump on and hang out. And he says Vegas has tons of family things though. I used to go all the time as a kid. Well, that's fair. I mean, and they are getting more into that. Like, the Universal now has a presence over there. I mean, a lot of the stuff has a really good theming and stuff. So,
So I want to go back to my list that I have on here.
Okay.
It said, will Disney ever bring back Honey, I Shrunk the Audience? And if they don't, what would you put in there now?
No, and I wish they would.
That's a good answer.
I don't think they will. I think right now they should bring back Captain EO.
And I love that. That's one of the reasons why, because that movie did so fucking well. Why wouldn't you? Come on, man. Once again, common sense. Throw it out there for a fucking exclusive to honor him. And then you could have made a popcorn bucket, an exclusive to Disneyland popcorn bucket, not for Florida. But you could have got a popcorn bucket, dude, with him like being all EO'd out. And we would have been cool. Like those common sense things that Disney does not do. Which, don't get me wrong, we probably don't know. There might be some weird rights or something to have to do with it. But come on, man. It's just that easy.
I like how you added in there, not in Florida. That's funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Those guys. You gotta be fair to them though, otherwise they might cry. Can we go back to the beginning just for a second? For those who are joining a little bit later, we started talking about Villains Land.
Yeah.
Villains Land. So I want to go back to that and ask both of you, if we were to get it in Disneyland and they were to make it in its own spot and it was okay, everyone was okay with it, would we get an exact clone, you think? Or do you think they would make it a little different for us to have something different?
I think it'll be different because we're seeing a pattern now, right? Like Florida isn't getting an exact replica of our Cars Land. We're not getting an exact replica of their Pandora. Like they're actually kind of switching things up. But what say you, Conductor? What do you think?
I definitely want I want Villains, but I want it to tell a different story. I don't want this copycat. I think those days are over with. You know what I mean? It's just I hate that Disney slacks off and does that. And I'm not saying Universal doesn't do that, because they have done it. It's just, I think for both companies or any theme park company, just basically Universal and Disney, I just want to see different stuff. I don't care if it's the same IP, but tell a different story. That way it intrigues me to go visit both, both lands, instead of saying, why would I spend $6,000 on a Florida trip to fly all the way out there to see the same thing I could see at home for $100?
And that's why Star Wars need to stay just in Florida and utilize the space in Disneyland that they didn't have for something totally different. You fucked up, Disney, and you know it. They know they fucked up. That's why we haven't got a third expansion. And that expansion pad that we talked about, Conductor, they're not going to use it for Star Wars. It's going to be something else.
Yeah.
You don't think we'll get anything else added to that land, like ride-wise?
Nope, no rides.
Rise, I don't think so. I do think we might, and this is just far-fetched, we might get that restaurant.
I could see that happening too, but they would really need to start seeing a lot more foot traffic over there. And I think it starts with them putting the original trilogy, and then also getting us some music in there, and just giving more incentive to go to the back of the park instead of just riding one ride. Because, dude, last time I went with one of our good friends, Webcast Citizen, we rode what is it, the Millennium Falcon, we rode that thing like 30 times in a row because no one was riding it.
Wow.
And it shouldn't be a walk-on like that, especially if it's something that's newer technology in Star Wars. It just makes zero sense. So if anything, I think we get that restaurant too, but they just need to see the foot traffic. And if we need to get foot traffic, the restaurant will help get that foot traffic.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. Actually, who was it? It was Epic Beaster
Berserker?
said, well, Disneyland got Galaxy's Edge first. That's true. So if that was the case, if we want to play by that standard, Hollywood Studios had absolutely no business. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is.
Oh boy.
Yeah, here I am.
Oh boy. Choo choo.
God. Hollywood Studios should have never got Galaxy's Edge. That was the biggest mistake they could have done. It shouldn't have just stayed at Disneyland then.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I don't think Disneyland needed it. And Hollywood Land needed it because Hollywood is just that place was a fucking desert. I hated Hollywood when I went the first time before they added anything there. I walked in and I remember my friend told, "Oh, it's just a half-day park," and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, whatever, dude." You know, people always say that shit. I got in there. We didn't spend half day. We spent a quarter day. It was a quarter day park. I went on a Hollywood Tower Terror. I ate some food, and then I was like, "Cool, what are we gonna do next?" Oh, we're going Star Tours. Been there, done that. What the fuck else am I? Oh, watch the stunt show. That was dope until dude dies underneath the boulder. Like that's the highlight of that park, dude. So what else are you gonna do? They needed all that. They needed they needed Toy Story. I love the way that park is shaping out to be. I think they did a great job over there, and it really, really brought it to almost a full day park. But once again, Disneyland needs that space back. They're not going to get it back ever. We would have been okay. Once again, not taking it away. I like the half idea. Give me the one ride. Give me the restaurant or the cantina, and give me a few shops. Give me some music. Give me a really dope bathroom. Call it a day.
There you go. Wizard, what do you think? Galaxy's Edge. Should they have done 2 of them, or would you have been fine with them not having it out here?
I think they should have had it out here and something, maybe something different in Florida. But I really like it out here. I think it looks beautiful. They did the river so beautifully when they put that out here. That was worth it alone. I mean, as Ben just says, I mean, my goodness, the waterfalls and the train. I mean, that was worth the land alone, in my opinion. And I really like Rise of the Resistance, so I think they should definitely should be out here. And in Florida, if they should have done like maybe something like different, like Star Wars, but like something like different thing, Star Wars. So I encourage you to visit both.
Speaking of bathrooms, this brings up my next topic real quick.
Oh boy.
Where's the best bathroom in Disneyland? I say Tom Sawyer's Island has the best shitter.
Well, okay, that's really good.
Disneyland Park or Disneyland Resort?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same question.
Let's go resort just to make it a little bit.
Okay, Grand California.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say yeah.
You got
Resort. I like the bathrooms by Hollywoodland and by Grizzly River Run. Those two are always pretty empty and always pretty clean.
Yeah, it's a good one. Have you been into the one where you go?
I'll tell you the worst one
by Whitewater Snacks, whatever, that one right there.
Yeah,
that one's pretty good.
I love that one. I love that one. The worst ones are in Fantasyland, and the worst ones are let's see, Fantasyland
by Pirates
and
that
by
one smells
Pirates.
like fucking.
Those two.
It smells like New Orleans.
Those two are smelly and like one stall for a park that gets 18 million people a year. They have one stall and one urinal or 2 urinal, and that's it.
You're talking about the one that's by
you always see lines out there. It's crazy.
A Rancho del Zocalo.
No, thank you.
I haven't been that one. I'll have to check it out.
Can't get into it because the line's all the way out the door, even for the men's side, which is crazy.
Right.
Dude, every time you walk by though, the women's line is out the fucking thing in the Fantasyland. It's crazy.
God.
Yeah,
I guess we'll just have to pee on Pirates, huh?
I guess so. Well, here's the thing too, right? As a bunch of dudes, like if I'm if I have to take a piss, like I'm not super picky at all. But like what Kiki and Luke is saying here, in terms of like if I have to sit down on this thing, I'm going Grand Cali. If I can make it, I'm going to Grand Cal. Like I'm not messing with Fantasyland.
Oh, speaking of shitters, I like the Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree bathrooms. Those always they have a lot of stalls and there's always one open. I don't know if you guys on TikTok. Do you guys see this guy? His name's the Flush Daddy, and he ranks theme park bathrooms. Oh, he does it all over LA too. But he goes to an Osprey Farm and Universal, and he says the best
What?
place is to poop. It's called the Flush Daddy, and
So I
that was
actually had
great.
an idea for a app like years ago before apps were even cool, and I asked someone to help me make them, and we were supposed to. Then now everyone and their mom has poop apps, but I agree because it's real. I'm not an outdoor shitter. Like I will not leave my house until I have my daily shit. Otherwise, my whole day is ruined. So if I have to drop one, I want to know where I need to go. And at Disneyland, like I want to be secluded. I want to go into. If I need to take my time, I'm going into the family bathroom. I will use the family bathroom, so it's just me in there. I can relax.
Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you catch me after dinner.
Oh, I love it. I love it. No, but you know what, Candid though, not to get too TMI here. I am very regular myself. Like I'm like a 7 a.m. guy every single day.
Yeah,
I'm
too. I'm
usually
pretty close.
before
I'm pretty good.
noon or either
Before
after.
noon?
Yeah, see, Kiki Luca, that's why I'm not streaming this to my audience.
No, yeah, after dark is real risky. You just never know. You never know. This show gets kind of crazy. But like, but yeah, I'm like a 7 a.m. every day kind of guy. You know.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Let's kick it off to another topic.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Get away from the R. Kelly talk. Should magic key holders have a premium experience included? So should they automatically get like a fast pass or like a certain amount of them a year? Should they automatically have a special line or special access and stuff like that? Should they get more than the other Disney goers?
Yes.
I'm going to say this. It depends on the tier. The tier level is what extras you get. I think it should be based off that.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're paying,
key, then you should just get the. You should be able to walk in the lightning lanes like a Universal. You should walk into the express lane. If you're the Inspire key, you should be able to walk into the lightning lane.
No
Without
kidding.
no reservation. You just walk in.
So should magic key should magic key holders have their own bathroom too, where they can take a shit?
Dude, I think there you go. I'm a magic key holder now. What the fuck?
I'll tell you something.
Oh, God.
I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. Because I do think so. But the magic key holders are always whiny babies most of the time. So I'm sure they'll find something to argue about over the bathroom. And they'll argue with each other over the bathroom. And so they don't deserve it. But if it was a different group of people, yeah, I had a good that'd be great. But I mean, OG, you know how those magic key holders are. They're whiny babies sometimes.
They can be. Yeah, no, they can be.
Deserve it.
It's crazy. I mean, every day on Twitter, there's something that's the worst thing ever, right? Outrage.
Wow.
That is the best bathroom I've ever been in.
Which one? Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, it's fucking good. That's a good bathroom. That's how you do a fucking bathroom. That's how you do a bathroom.
That's how you do it. That's how Kiki Lucas says, do pass holders deserve the reputation of being pass holes? I mean,
it depends on, that depends on, okay, think of it this way. I say this all the time too, is that I pay the same amount to get into, well, I'll just say it for the camera. I pay the same amount to get into the Disney parks as everybody else. So am I more entitled to do these things because I have a tour guide, or am I more entitled to do these things because I have a lightning lane or a fast pass, whatever it's called? I don't think so. I still paid that same ticket price. I'm still standing in line as a human being. You just because you have a pass because you live locally, I feel like that actually should come down on you a little more, because you're the one that's flooding the park. You're the one that's taking up the line space. You're the one that's causing all these different rifts in between people that can only go or afford to go once or twice a year. That's why Florida doesn't have any of these problems. Obviously, size matters. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know, so, but that's the biggest thing. Is like, if you're a pass holder, dude, congratulations, you have money to buy a pass. That's on you. I don't give a fuck. You still have to stay in line the same amount of time as I do, because I can still go and buy that other pass too. Fuck you. So I say you shouldn't be a pass hole. Get your shit together. Be humble. You're in Disneyland. You're here to have fun, not to be a fucking snobby bitch.
Hey, tell us how you really feel, bro. Come on, don't be shy.
That's so light, dude. Come on, I can't. I want to get canceled before I even get started.
Oh, my God. No, but there is a level of entitlement there for sure. And it's not everybody. I don't want to paint with too broad of a brush, but there's definitely, it's out there. Let's just say the culture, because I think people go, and then the other thing that really bothers me too is you have a lot of people traveling from like out of country, out of state, right? Who don't go to these parks all the time. You get in the stretching room in Haunted Mansion, and all the pass holes are verbatim, every line in the whole thing. It's like, bro, you're ruining the show for everybody. You know?
Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
must say, I am guilty of doing that many times.
Oh, wizard.
It's so iconic. And there's no windows and no doors.
We have Den Peterson.
Fine, your way out.
I love it. Den here says you go do Magic Key pass holders like Universal does and give them access to Lightning Lane after 4 p.m.
I like that.
That is a good idea,
I
actually.
think that's a good idea. You know what pisses me off going back to Haunted Mansion? I hate that room you get, like that hallway you get funneled into, because everyone always fights about trying to get on the ride, even though you're literally about to walk on right there. Just fucking walk the path. You don't split up from your party. You make it out the door, stay in a line, and get on the fucking ride. It's not a fight to the front.
You know what I hate about that path? I hate when Disney decides that the fire capacity doesn't count, and the doors open, especially during the holiday times, and it's busy. The doors open from the elevator, and there's all these people, and they can't go anywhere because Disney filled the line up all the way, and they're still sending people in the elevators down, and the doors open. You can't go anywhere, and it's dark, and there's people in wheelchairs, and it's like a tripping hazard. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this is, and then I'm claustrophobic.
I have to hold on to my kids because I feel like just something's gonna happen. It's weird, and then you start getting in there.
I'm like,
the fact, like, I'm not a small
if there's
dude.
an emergency, that's dangerous.
Yeah, no, but you get to slow down and actually look at the paintings and stuff, which is nice. I'll give it that.
That's true.
Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy.
I got something about rides. How do you guys feel about? I obviously know why they had to do this, but no longer being able to stand in a full Indiana Jones queue. Like, I think that really ruins a lot of that immersion. Now that you just have to pretty much run through the temple to get to the end to be able to get on the ride.
I agree, and that's also double whammy because you're spending more time now outside. So when it's hot outside, you're spending more in the sun instead of just putting everyone inside when it's nice and shady and cool. And they get to look at a better themed queue than the outside stuff.
So Lightning Lane they should have made them go through the exit, because you could technically go all the way through the exit and get on the ride as in the entrance too, or halfway down.
That's how the single rider works.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they can do the same thing. Yeah.
I wonder what their reasonings for that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
There's no reasoning. I really don't. It's not
sometimes
a control issue.
I don't think sometimes Disney even knows, right? It's crazy. Many Dogs 5 many Dogs 5 says, I've never heard a single person complain about the old Fast Pass system. That is true.
Dude, I loved it.
I like collecting
like
little
a marathon.
papers.
Yes, it was a marathon. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run as fast as I can. Well, walk as fast as I can all the way over to Space Mountain, and then guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna walk another mile all the way back and get on Indiana Jones, and then I'm gonna grab a fast pass before I get on it, or after I get off it. Then I'm gonna run all the way back. Dude, I was doing 20 miles in that park just getting fast pass, so I was healthier. It was easier on me. It made more sense. So bring back health, Disney.
There you go.
And then people know you used to collect them and put them on little journals and stuff. They're cool.
Yeah.
Theme. I love those things. I love my little fast pass. And the best part, when someone was going home for the day and they're like, I have 2 fast passes, we're not gonna use them. You want them? I'm like, sure, yeah, I'll take them. That'll be great. And I reciprocate.
You didn't even know what ride it was?
I'm not using these. Want to use these? Find a little.
You didn't even know what ride it was too. You look down, you're like, fuck yeah, I just got Space Mountain ones.
Exactly.
You just made my day. Yeah, I love that. I missed that, dude. You're right.
Now, John over here making it rain says, Candid's list has some good topics. So we're going to close it out, but you want to do one more topic before we leave?
Let's do one more. Let's see. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Bro.
Okay. This one's not controversial, but I'm actually very, very curious what you guys think. I think I talked about this before, but the Matterhorn, which side's better?
Ooh, Tomorrowland side or the left side?
Ooh.
You said the wizard.
Right
You
side
said
is weak.
you said
I
the
like Tomorrowland side too. That's the one that has that. You have the drop right there.
Yeah,
right?
the drop.
Yeah, Tomorrowland for sure.
wizard. You and I are both kind of partial to the left side.
West Side!
Right.
You know, but yeah, no, absolutely. But now, do you guys think, like, I think we've talked about it before, but do you think we're ever going to get like just a top to bottom, like gutting the attraction and rebuilding the track and just fixing it once and for all?
No,
It's the first
I
tubular
hope
steel
not.
track in the world. They won't do it.
they won't do it.
I'll tell you why I hope not. It's because I don't know how it would work. Because with today's building codes, though, they'd have to widen the footprint of the whole mountain, and there's pathways in the lake there, so they might deem it infeasible and then not rebuild it at all, and then that'd be very sad. So I
Yeah,
hope they
that's
never
a good
rebuild
point.
it unless they absolutely have to.
That's a great point.
I think they'll just keep throwing band-aids on it, like Wizard said, because once they reach a point where they can't throw a band-aid on it anymore and they have to tear it down and rebuild it, then that's when they have to go by code.
Yeah,
It would be the trains though. They can. I know they updated the trains a while back and gave us different
Yeah,
like
the
if you were to give
trains.
us a newer train or newer toboggan, wherever it is, like that can help out immensely. But that track itself, it's too iconic. Number one, you're right. It's grandfathered in. You can't touch it. There's no way.
yeah, yep. Now, everybody, I want to thank you to our 2 hour and 5 minute crew. Thank you for sticking with us. This was a really fun show.
Wait, we need to do 30 minutes on rappers.
Oh, dude, we have to. We have to. Everybody, check out Theme Park Wizard. We did a great. It was myself, Wizard, and Jared. Right? We
Can you
went.
pull one
like,
more comment when you're
which-
done? Can you pull that Hudson
That's
one, please?
hilarious.
Oh, I got
Canoes,
you.
that's like
I
a
got
freaking punishment, by the way. The canoes. That's ridiculous.
It's funny because I don't know if Hudson watched any of my shows or anything like that, but that's the one thing in Disneyland I've never done. I've been on every single attraction in that park except for that because I'm on fucking vacation. It has nothing to do with being healthy because I'm healthy. It has to do with being on fucking vacation, and I don't want to work that hard. I don't want to get all sweaty for no reason. I don't want to have to rely on all the 80 other people that are eating their Dole Whip while everyone else is fucking rowing the fucking canoe. I ain't doing it. And on top of that, too, it's a waste of my time. The people that's been in the park with me, I mean, you probably didn't even see me because I'm like this. I'm just gone.
He hauls ass.
All
Just
that.
to say that.
So if I have to sit on the
I've been
canoe
on
where I
that
don't
one
feel-
time. I did like 3 rows. I'm like, all right, I'm done. And like that in the back.
Exactly. He's the guy that I'm sitting. I'm like, well, and for some reason, my brain goes right into like, I gotta beat them, and I'm like, who are you racing, dude? I don't know, but I want to beat them, so I'm all fucking pumped up trying to race people that's not even rowing. Yeah, dude, I'm good.
Well, it's that, and then I don't trust people. Like I could just see one jackal doing something very stupid and flipping the boat. So I'm like, no.
Well,
It
did you
would be
guys
your
see
boat too,
there's
right?
there's a cast member swimming in the rivers today?
That's true.
nothing new. That's normal.
Yeah, that's
it's all
totally
good.
normal.
He's fine.
Just a half naked guy going in a small world.
Like I was like, man,
Oh my God.
what's he doing over swimming the lake? And then somebody threw his walkie-talkie in there. I'm like, what?
I think if so. Let me ask you this:
we have a
would it be
spammer.
worse?
We
Would
got a
it have been
spammer.
worse if he didn't take his shirt off, or is it worse because he took his shirt off?
It's the worst because he took his shirt off.
Took his shirt off.
Yeah, I think so.
Like he made it way worse. Like if he kept his shirt on, I'd be like, oh dude, my shit fell into the water. I had to go in and get it. But now you took his shirt off, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna swim in this bitch today. Like you fucked
There
up.
you go.
Yep. All right, everybody. Well, thank you all for joining. And now, Candid, we got to do these after dark shows live more often.
I agree.
I think live is like the way to do it.
I agree.
Yes,
I'm having a lot of
because
fun.
we
man.
need the impressive commentary from MP.4340.
Dude, that's
Yes.
so impressive.
Oh, dude. I. Dude.
What a
That's
great
so-
commentary.
That is some deep stuff right there. Wow.
I love it.
That is deep. But I want to thank these fine gentlemen. I will start with Mr. Theme Park Conductor. Conductor, where can everybody find you on social media? And thank you for joining.
Absolutely. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Blue Sky at Theme Park Conductor, on X at Theme Conductor, TikTok at ThemeParkConductor1, and every Sunday at 5 or 7 p.m. for Conductor Sunday live stream, where we have amazing guests like the one, not only Mr. Orange Go 55, Candid Camper, and a Theme Park Wizard, hopefully coming very soon once again. I got to
Let's
coordinate.
go.
Well, you're coming on this show. I'm not giving you a choice, so
Let's go.
You're going to come on the show. But we talk all things theme parks, Disney, Universal, D23, HHN, the whole 9 yards. And then we kind of have these off-topic live streams where we just go ape nuts, like I called it at the beginning of the show, where we have Kenny Camper, the lovely gentleman that speaks his mind to the 10th power. So we have that too.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Now, Candid, I'm gonna let you let everybody at home know where they can find you on social media. But I actually do have, because you and I talk a lot about like Florida, right? I actually do have a great clip about that we could, and I haven't really used it yet. But if we ever have a Florida person trying to like talk shit about like our California parks, I got one right here.
He can't say that. He's not from the West Coast. And that's no disrespect. That's just facts. Like, you can't say that because you're not from the West Coast. You would have to ask the West Coast.
You gotta ask the
know,
West Coast.
Right.
The night wouldn't be complete without Bob Chapek calling us an ally.
Oh, we need that. I agree with you. Hold on. Let's get Bobby Boy in here. Let's get Bobby Boy in here.
Apologize for not being the ally that you needed me to be.
There he is.
It's okay.
Oh, that's so. This is so sad.
I love it. I love it. He's fantastic. I really wish we could hear like his side of the story though. Right?
Like his back, like what happened in the background. Why? Like, because he was here for the dark times. He really was.
Mm-hmm.
He absolutely was. He absolutely was. But Candid, where can everybody find you on the social media, sir?
For sure. Once again, I appreciate everybody. I know this was kind of thrown around a little bit, and we got a little bit more planned out this time, which is good. But I love that it's not fully baked, and I think that's what makes this show very unique and just free to have your own speech and just to be your own self. I think that's what a lot of us need. So I hope you guys all come in here in the comments, speak your mind, feel free, as long as we're being respectful to each other and having a great community and trying to build and grow as humans. That's the most important thing here, but just having fun. So I appreciate everyone there. I am personally trying to stay more consistent. So you're going to see a lot more of me. Check me out over on Instagram, over on TikTok, and on my YouTube channel, The Candid Camper, and on OG55. Theme Park and Conductor and I are going to have another show coming soon where we go back to Japan, have a little bit of Tokyo fun together. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like something on the menu. But
oh, gee, I think you want to be a part of that.
I think so. Can I come?
we'll do a Korean one for you. And then the last thing too is I'm gonna try to do a consistent live by myself on Tuesdays. So stay tuned for that. I'll let you guys know the details coming up soon. I appreciate everybody once again. Go check me out. Check everyone else out. I'm gonna leave everything down in the description below.
There he is, Mr. Theme Park Wizard. Where can everybody find Mr. Wizard?
Me on ThemeParkWizard.com, Permit Wizard on Twitter, Theme Park Wizard on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Threads and TikTok. All of them. Can you believe it?
There he is. There he is. Everybody, I want to thank you for joining and hanging out today on OG55 After Dark. We have a lot more of these coming up. We're going to probably do them live most of the time. So
I think so.
It worked. It worked.
Yeah,
you know?
It worked. And it wasn't us. It was them. It was everybody in the comments. You guys did it.
Exactly. And a big shout to Tones. He was here earlier. So big shout to Tones Poppy. We love Tones.
Tones Poppy.
Tones Poppy. Let's give it up for Mr. Tones Poppy. All right, everybody. Have a great night. And until next time, see you later.
Thank you so much for watching OG55. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and become a member today. Mwah!